Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 57. Yes, 57 of the Blurred Podcast.
Just literally went over this.
Is it 57?
Yes, it's 57.
Okay.
Literally, he told you like 5
Yeah,
seconds ago.
I had a brain fart. This is 57 of the Blurred Podcast as well.
Are you
As
okay?
always.
Oh my god! What the hell?
What is going on? What is this amateur hour? What the
That's
hell?
there.
Pretty
we are.
much.
Gotta get back in the zone of it.
Okay.
As always, we have Darkside,
Hello.
Creamcast,
Hello.
Green Tuner,
I want to be part of that world.
Ooh.
Mm.
Mm.
hmm
and myself, the Ed Underground, Bay. How are you guys doing?
Very good.
Doing good.
Oh, finally we got to
fully
that.
assembled here.
Jeez, we finally got through that intro. I thought for my grand coming back that things would be a little bit smoother, especially since this is the 57th episode. But Ed, you act like this is your first time ever saying the
Yeah,
intro.
amateur hour.
Wow. I mean, whatever you're taking, man, I want some of that because, geez, Louise, it makes you forget everything.
I'm taking a big scoop of life.
Scoop of life. Nice.
Tastes
nice.
yummy.
Right.
Yes, getting high
You
on
might
that
want to ease
CBD.
up a little bit, bud.
Yeah. That straight CBD going straight to the brain.
Yep.
So,
Yes, where you been?
hey, man.
Yeah, where have you been?
Yeah.
Man, I just been a, kind of a passenger for the past few weeks for the Blur podcast. Been just watching you guys from afar, doing your thing. I'm very proud of you boys. This has probably been it's been very smooth. I was watching you guys and the content was there, the laughs were there. Ed never, fails to deliver on his points ever. And
I am the hype.
you are the hype for sure. So, but no, I've been handling some personal issues. Everything's all good, thankfully. So, no, definitely glad to be back. Hopefully, I'll be back for a couple of weeks. I might have to get out of here, skedaddle for a little bit, take another little quick break. But definitely happy to be back. I kind of miss you guys. I miss everybody except for the Ed Underground because
I'm the
Damn.
best part.
I don't know about that. I would say you're probably you're kind of mid. So
Being critically acclaimed. 5 stars. Best part.
By whom?
Peoples.
Highly overrated on that one.
Yeah, 5 stars.
Which
is kinda high.
peoples?
Peoples.
I mean, yeah, with Creamcast, we missed you, man. Yeah, he
Yes.
did miss you.
Oh,
Yeah, we lacked a little bit of guidance
You're,
in our last episode.
yeah,
We needed someone to kind of steer the show.
yeah. I kind of saw that. You guys definitely went on some tangents, and I mean, but the thing is, it's like a car wreck. You can't like look away. You have to keep looking at it, and sometimes. Like the conversation was great a lot of times, but the Ed Underground, he just falls for some of these talking points, hook, line, and sinker every single time. And there's some parts it was just I had to walk away. I was like, I've heard this one too many times. But no, this was great. Like I said, I miss you guys. This is a integral part of my week for sure. So,
But were you entertained?
Very
Very
it's not hard to get it going on his own little things, such as the new Little Mermaid. Like Ed, what do you think about the Little Mermaid?
What the-
Right into it, the D23 announcements.
yeah,
Huh?
let's go right to
I didn't get a
D23.
chance to talk about what my take on Sneaker Corner would have been.
Yeah, like wait. Let's before we get
Oh.
into Ed's hot topics.
All right.
Let's talk about Darkseid. You have something you wanted to talk about?
No, I was just saying that, yeah, would have, we had to move on. We had to move on with the podcast. We didn't know when you were coming back.
Yeah.
And there were plans to revamp the Sneaker Corner, bring it in. I had I was going to get in my Dr. Scholl's inserts in here, and
Oh no, not the
I
Dr.
didn't
Souls.
really expand what the potential of Sneaker Corner could be. Really, give it freedom to expand. But
Well, that's
Maybe we can eventually get into slides.
I-
Just really expand the sneaker corner.
Into chocolates.
Chocolates.
my Avengers 5-year-old flip-flops broke in the garage 2 days ago, so I'm pretty excited about the replacements.
Well,
Hmm.
talking about slides. Ed, put them nasty ass shoes. Why do you
Oh
always
no,
bring-
God, no, not those
Well, these are old
nasty,
ones.
dirty snakes.
These are old ones.
Yeah,
These are
but
old
you,
ones.
no, they're not old if you still wear them every day.
No, I like wearing them around the house. If I
That's
need
It's
to
even
go
fine if you
worse.
outside-
like wearing them, but they're so crusty when you put
No,
them.
these
on
are
the-
other. These are the shoes I wear.
But Ed, you
like,
say you
on a
wear
daily
them.
basis.
But you say you
I
wear
can
them around the
see all
house.
the stains on it.
These are different shoes that I wear.
Ed,
Look,
like,
oh my
wash,
God, they got like a bunch of dirt on them and grime.
It's
wash your
shoes I
hands.
wear outside around the house.
Wash your hands. You're touching this shit. That's just raw ass feet for years. I mean, Ed, oh god.
Years.
He's just
no.
fucking rubbing dead skin cells all over his
I have
face.
Right.
shoes that I wear when I go out somewhere, and I have shoes where I, around the house that are dirty shoes, and that's
Sure.
one of them.
Sure. Well,
You wear dirty shoes in the house?
Around the house, like if we need to go outside, do some yard work or something like that, stuff like that.
okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Uh,
All
well,
right.
talking about slides really quick. I do have some Adidalits, I think they call it.
Of
Adidalits.
course. Of course
What
you
the
do.
heck is
Wait, what is
these-
that? The brand with the three
The
stripes?
stripes, yeah.
All right.
So this is Adidas slides. There are, of course, like the Yeezy slides and so forth that everybody's saying it looks like prison slides, but this is Adidas recent take on slides, and Kanye is not very happy about it. Made a big fuss in that he's pretty much quitting Adidas and moving his
Wow.
brand.
Why is he not happy about it? Because
It looks very similar.
Yeah,
Oh.
like the shape is very similar. Like you gotta think about it. Before I would say Kanye, slides weren't, as big as they are now. But when Kanye came out with the Yeezy slides, they absolutely blew up. So now all the major manufacturers, all the major designers are putting out slides and so forth. So this is Adidas version of the slides, where you see it's like very like a 3D
looks
printed.
like 3D printed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
pretty cool.
very, very like
Looks light.
it's pretty. It's kind of light. It's pretty heavy. Like
Yeah.
if your mom slapped you with one of these, you might come out with a couple bruises. But overall, yeah, they're pretty light on the feet, and I just wear these around the house. But
Cool.
yeah, those are we were talking about slides. Those that's the sneaker corner for real quick. Just a taste. Now, while I haven't been doing sneaker corners, sneakers has still been coming in, so I do got a lot of heat out there behind me, as you can see. This
Yeah,
is
I see that.
not green screen. Those are my actual sneakers, and that's just a small taste of the sneakers that I have. I have a lot more in different closets and so forth. So, once I get a few good pairs, I think I might do another sneaker corner. But
You know what? Yeah. Just looking at those slides that you showed me, I had to go back quickly and look at the Yeezy slides.
uh,
I like the Adidas one better.
yeah,
I mean, I know that Kanye is a designer and all that stuff, but just personally, as a non-sneaker person,
mhm.
it's more appealing to see the Adidas one that has a little more interesting going into it.
I would have to say the same thing.
Right. Yeah, it has a little bit more flavor, a little bit more taste to it. So,
It just
yeah.
seems more modern, I guess, more to earth. I guess I don't know.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, the Adidas ones are a little bit more modern, adds a little flavor to it. The Yeezy slides, literally, like I said, they look like prison slides.
They do.
Um,
They're literally prison
prison
slides.
slides,
Just instead of being like neon orange, they're
yeah,
brown or whatever.
Yeah.
random colors
Yeah.
they are. So, but yeah, no, I was actually impressed that Dark Side busted out some slides. I don't know what brand. They look like Jordan brand, which if they were, I'm not gonna lie, big kudos to you.
What?
I thought those were like Shaq brands.
Didn't you not just bring out some slides that were like Jordan slides?
Oh no, I brought out slides.
Oh, you
They're
brought-
like
okay.
Oh, yeah.
just
Oh.
crappy $20 Adidas slides.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So, but yeah, that was my little quick sneaker corner just to show you guys a little bit of the flavor I'm
Oh,
putting
okay.
into the chat. So,
Alright.
but so outside of that, let's talk about the hot button topics that I know.
Hot.
There are a lot of
Yeah.
them. There are a lot of them.
But there's
Yeah.
let's talk
You
about
picked a good week. You
Yeah,
picked
it's
a
been-
good week to return.
This is a great week to return because I know Ed Underground. Go ahead and drink that water, Ed Underground, because you're going to be doing a lot of talking for
Yep.
sure.
Mhm. He's gonna
Uh,
be fuming.
fuming.
He's trying
He's
to
doing.
regulate his body temperature right now.
Absolutely. I mean, as soon as that Little Mermaid commercial came out, I mean, he had already generated like 10 memes. He had posted like 15 videos. He was really upset about it.
Mhm.
Ed Underground,
Mhm.
do you want to go ahead and take this off? Talking about the
Not my area.
Oh,
yeah.
I did not say I was upset. I didn't say not my Ariel.
Mm.
So you're cool with it?
What do you guys? I would love to know why they're doing it.
Well,
Doing
I
what?
mean, doing what? I don't see. What do they do?
You tell me what they
We asked you.
Yeah, I have no idea, dude.
We asked you, young Edward.
did you know that there are actual other mermaids stories?
Oh, you got the like Calvin Harris.
Oh, we're gonna do the Superman.
I know, right?
thing.
All right.
Okay.
Mm,
So
okay.
they should have done a story about a separate mermaid.
Right.
No, I'm just saying that there are actual
Everybody cool.
other
Like that. That's pretty good.
mermaid stories written by black men and women.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually out there.
Just as popular as Little Mermaid, huh?
Well, of course, nothing is popular as Little Mermaid because it's Disney.
Okay. hmm
Hmm.
So, I mean,
Hmm.
what did they do that? That brings out so much like anger inside of you, Ed? Like, what did they actually?
I never
do?
said I was angry.
Oh,
Never
well,
said I was angry.
well, tell us what happened with the Little Mermaid. What?
Did you freeze? Oh,
No,
okay,
no
you're
one
back.
froze. I'm definitely here. Tell us what happened.
Well, nothing really happened. It was a trailer.
Oh, so nothing's different between the original Little Mermaid. That
Oh,
came out?
what's different between the original and this one?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
okay.
different?
So once again, they're doing another live action one, which I really don't think it's gonna be good. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't think there's been a good live action remake of.
Let me interrupt you right there.
Go for it.
Okay. The Lion King live action
Mm.
movie raked in a ton of money.
Of course, it's
It
gonna rake
was
in a
one
ton.
of the highest grossing
And
films.
a quiche.
Yeah, it's the Lion King.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, I
based
would
on
also
that,
say that,
they're trying to capture lightning twice by releasing all the other.
Was
you know,
it?
yes, if there
movies.
ever has been a good one. And
Yeah, I said good one. I didn't say money
Jungle
wise.
Book. I really liked the Jungle
Jungle
Book.
Book wasn't bad. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Jungle
great.
Book was okay.
But it
yeah.
was
I didn't see
Actually,
Jungle Book.
probably Jungle Book was the best one that I've watched.
I've always liked. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was the best one, and I thought it was a nice, like, when you ask, like, oh, why are they doing these in live action? Jungle Book's a good response to that. You know what I mean? Because Jungle Book is a great cartoon, like the film.
They're all great cartoons.
Yeah,
Did
they're all
you ever
great films.
watch the 90s live action Jungle Book?
Yeah, with the adult Mowgli.
Yeah, I've never watched it. Is it any good?
It's interesting. I mean, I watched it a lot for some reason because it was on HBO a lot growing up.
Mm.
So I mean, it's interesting, but it definitely goes in the direction of the book. Remember, Netflix had the Andy Serkis live action Jungle Book. It was
Yeah,
called
but I
Mowgli?
never watched it.
Oh, Mowgli. I do
You
remember
watch
Mowgli. But I didn't
Dude,
watch
No.
it was okay. It was okay. It goes in a real dark direction though.
Well, doesn't the novel go dark?
Yeah, it follows the
Yeah.
novel more. But going back to the Disney one, I
Don't
thought
they all go dark? It's just Disney kind of just they.
Yeah, same thing with the Little Mermaid.
Disney-ified
I
it.
think she danced until her feet bled or
Bled,
something like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, no, I think that for the live action, I haven't seen all the live action. I would say thus far it has been pretty good. It's been decent. Because
I
like
think
you
I
said,
tried watching Mulan and that wasn't good.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
I'd say
Mulan.
for the most part, I don't think they're.
Most of them are bad,
But I
let's
think
be honest.
Green Tuner said it pretty much. They make a ton of money.
they make a ton of
Oh,
money.
yeah,
You're
they're
asking
going to.
Why
Yeah.
are they doing this? The reason is because people
Money.
want it.
There's kids. Kids will always in every generation want
No,
to see.
no. Here's the thing, Ed Underground, you're wrong about that one thing because you. How many remakes have there been? Live action remakes?
Jungle Book, Lion King, Mulan, Pinocchio,
Beauty and the Beast.
Dumbo,
Beauty and the
Beauty and the
Beast,
Beast.
Lady and the
Dumbo,
Tramp,
Beauty and the Tramp,
Lady
right?
Dumbo.
Does that count?
Dumbo. Yeah,
Yep, they count.
they all count.
my
They're
point-
live action
My
remakes.
point is, if they weren't successful and people didn't like them, why would they keep doing them?
It's going to be successful because it's
There you go.
based off of.
Right.
I'm not
but-
saying it's good.
I
I'm
get
not
you.
saying it's good.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. If they were bad, like I mean, if they were like just not worth it, then they wouldn't do it. But they're worth it because
Just like-
they're worth it because they're double double dipping into property.
It's because it's like Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars has been movie wise has been terrible,
Yeah.
but you're going to see because it's Star Wars. You're hoping it's good. You've had memories of the old ones, of the good ones. So
Right.
when a new one pops up, yeah, you want to see it.
Right. Now,
Why?
let me ask you this. If they were to make a like shot for shot copy of the original, as close as they could, would you want that in live action, or would you just want them to take live action and do something different?
Not necessarily, but there are some things that I wanted from the original to trans.
What's
to-
that?
I don't know, lions dancing on
Oh,
giraffes and stuff like that.
you wanted that?
I kind of did.
No. See, there's a cartoon. I want that.
no,
There's
hold
a
on, hold on.
cartoon.
I
I'll
wanted
buy.
I wanted Scar and the hyenas to sing in the little cave pit area.
No, see,
I was
didn't-
actually
I
hoping
didn't
to see
want any
that.
of the musical stuff. I wanted them to just stick to like if they're gonna do a live action Lion King, then treat it like almost a nature film, kind of like a live animal.
Yeah, but weren't the animals talking?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the nature thing goes out the window at that
Well, I mean,
point.
Exactly.
Animals
No,
talk in
I'm
real
talking
world,
about
please.
behaving like a cartoon or behaving like an actual animal. You know what I mean?
Come
Like
on.
aside from the talking, there's like he said, dancing on the back of a water buffalo, and there's
Awesome.
them
Do it, Disney.
I'll be honest. I didn't watch the Lion King one. I have no interest in any of the live action movies.
The Lion King one was
But-
absolutely fine, but you'll never
If-
watch it again.
If they
Yeah, I
had
know.
dancing numbers, I think, to be honest, that would probably make me want to watch it more.
No.
Because I'd be like, all right, at least they're doing something goofy.
Well,
Well,
I think
if you
the
want
thing
the
is
goofy thing, you have the original,
cartoon. Yeah, that's the
cartoon.
thing.
Oh, I know. I
Far
love the
superior.
cartoon.
which is far
Yeah.
superior.
Well,
But the
Yeah.
only reason why you saw the movie was because of the original cartoon.
not necessarily true. I mean, for us older people, sure, but I keep saying is that Disney has to reinvent itself every couple of years or every generation to appeal to a new audience. Now, for us, like yes, we are stuck on the old cartoon. Like I still remember the VHS, popping it out, putting it in, watching the movie, rewinding it, and so forth. That is for our generation. But the generations
With that
after us,
Big plastic case. Remember the Disney came in?
yeah, that came out. It's a
That
freaking
big
book binder.
chunky white plastic case.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
freaking
weird
book binder.
too.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like for this, like it doesn't appeal to us, but it's not really meant for us. It's a little bit for us, but it's also meant for a newer generation who's gonna
But
watch it.
isn't it really for us though? Because they're remaking. I mean, what's the whole point?
No, I
Look,
told you it's a double dip.
Double
It's
dip.
not,
No.
you said it right. It's not for us. It's for to catch a new generation, and then
To
basic-
catch a new generation, and children movies are always money makers
Yeah, they're
because you're not gonna get one ticket sold for a kid. You're gonna get the ticket sold for the children if there's more than one,
Mhm.
and for the parents.
The adult, which is
So it's
us.
a big money maker.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're gonna be like, oh, Lion King, we're excited for it
In
because we
this case-
remember. But then, really, I haven't. I mean, I don't know many adults who watched it on their own who were just like, oh, I'm gonna go see Lion King because it's Lion King. A lot of people that went to it had kids, so it's double like Dark Side I think said it perfectly. It's double dipping because one, they already have they could just came out with the HD version of Lion King and then just call it a day. But remaking this Lion King, profit wise, they knew that by coming out with this, kids are gonna love it. We're as an adults are gonna be like, oh, nostalgia. I remember the old Lion King. Now we're buying the old Lion King on now DVD and Blu-ray and all those other streaming services. Now they have the new one. I mean, they're pulling in they're taking old resources, pulling it in, making new profits off of that, taking the new stuff, new resources, pulling in profits from that. It's for Disney, it's a win-win all around. You get the old people like us, you get the new generation like kids, and then boom, they're making
It's
nothing but money.
parents. Parents have
Yeah, I
nostalgia.
agree with that.
Parents have the nostalgia, and they take their kids.
Of course.
Mhm.
So it is all these Disney remakes are absolutely brilliant. Like they're designed to make money, and they will
Yeah.
keep going because they make money.
God,
Yeah.
You know
there's
what's
such a
trying to
there's a good transition right here.
into
Uh,
Little Mermaid?
No.
No.
This is for our next topic. 'Cause
Oh,
there's another company that does this.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
really?
say who. We've
No.
talked about it.
Mhm.
Dark Side knows it's the bane of his existence. It's the bane of my existence. Well, another company does it, but we could talk about them in a little bit. We could continue on.
Start
Disney.
with
Yeah. We'll jump
Starts
on
with-
that. We'll
it starts
jump on
with-
that. a little bit.
I'll give you a hint later. But yeah, I mean, with the Little Mermaid. So let's talk about. Okay, let's really actually talk about the elephant in the room, which is a black Little Mermaid.
What?
What? They actually,
Oh.
yeah, they actually did
Wow.
that
Again?
Yeah, yep. Race swamping.
Not even February. What the hell?
Wow.
Yeah, I thought Juneteenth was
Batman
over.
history month.
What's going on?
Oh.
Typically do this.
He's like,
Over Batman.
what is this Kwanzaa? Like, are they
Yeah,
trying to celebrate?
exactly.
Like, what's going on? So I mean, we have a black Little Mermaid, and as I probably seen thanks to the Ed Underground and all the memes online, there's a lot of people who are not happy about a black Ariel. I find that to be a little weird.
You find it to be weird.
I find it to be weird because it's like the same issue we keep coming up against.
This happened before. Who did they swap out for a black character and people were losing their shit?
Well,
Didn't it happen not too long ago?
Cowboy Bebop, Jet.
Was it
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, he was black. In the
I
anime,
feel,
he's not.
I feel like there was a bigger example of this, but
No, yeah, right,
Yeah, I think there
right. Or
was.
am I misremembering? It seems like
no, I'm sure
something
there
else
is.
happened where they
Think of
race
anything.
swamped somebody,
Was it?
and
the
people were also
Eternals?
losing their shit.
The Eternals
Who?
that happened.
Well, I mean,
Gilgamesh.
let's say it's a character some people cared enough about.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody on the top of my
I
head.
can't think of it. Hopefully,
At
it'll come
Underground,
back
can
to
you
me.
think of any like this is such an epidemic? So I mean,
You're our bedrock when it comes to these things. What isn't?
yeah,
I'm the rock.
He does have a diary of like all the time
Mhm.
race swamping has happened.
yeah.
So-
Well, what's the best race swamping examples? And it's been so bad, right?
Of recent, I can't think of recently. I don't know.
The best race swamping.
I can't
Of
think
recent. I mean,
Oh,
Netflix.
like I said, I can think of Cowboy Bebop. That was
Cowboy
one.
Bebop.
I thought about who else? Another series that we're gonna talk about, which Resident Evil, the main character was black.
Hell yeah.
There's definitely no black characters like that, really. in
Oh,
Resident
Butter
Evil.
Knife. Butter Knife.
What?
Butter knife.
Butter Knife.
Yeah, he looked like Blade.
Oh, it's about with the switching out Wesley Snipes with.
No.
Oh, you're
Wesker.
talking about
They
Wesker.
switched out Wesker, yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about.
Oh,
Resident Evil.
Wesker. Yeah.
we'll talk-
Okay.
that is a big
Alright.
race one.
Butter
Alright,
Knife.
That's probably the biggest one. Yes, when they switched out.
That is
Wesker
pretty
to be
big, but
black.
it's not as mainstream as Ariel.
So I mean,
Yeah.
so we're all struggling here to come up with, an example that's a big race swamp, and I feel like there's something pretty obvious, and we're just not thinking about it for some reason.
Yeah, we probably because we just don't care enough. Like, well, I think three of us on this panel do not care. I think the
Yeah,
Ed
we don't
Underground does care.
At Underground, what
The-
is your opinion? Why are you tiptoeing around this? You sent a whole bunch of memes and YouTube clips, and you have an opinion. You're just too chicken shit to say it. So
He
say it.
doesn't want to be portrayed as
hell?
a racist.
Right,
Oh,
like,
I-
racist
I'm-
against his
All
own
your
people.
racist.
opinions and clips have a certain kind of
Uncle Ruckus.
agenda.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not racist. I know why they're doing it. They're doing it just for money. But that's what they're doing it for. And the
How will this produce more money? How will this produce more money?
Because it
you're
creates
bringing-
I think
Controversy?
just because it creates
Because they're tapping into
headlines.
that lucrative African American market.
No, but it is creating headlines.
African
And
American
I've
market
seen
is pretty. It is pretty.
it is
lucrative.
pretty.
Yeah, it
And
is
I-
great.
and I've
But
seen-
you're gonna piss off the white market,
No, piss off the Chinese market.
No,
the Chinese.
Yes.
Sure, yeah. I
Yes.
mean, like, okay, yeah. At Underground, what say you? You always said that
When the
you're-
movie gets released in China, all you hear is Ariel singing, but you
Singing.
do not actually see her swimming.
Yeah, right.
It's just an empty
that might be a
ocean.
possibility.
It's just put
Might
an
be a
empty
possibility.
fish tank.
Well, they go to see Little Mermaid. They just end up showing them Mulan, and they're like, oh, okay.
So a lot of
They
people
do
that
like the
It's
what's it called?
true.
The deep fake.
Deep fake.
They just switch out the
someone's
actress.
already done that. By the way, someone has
Yeah.
replaced the black Ariel
With what? A
with-
cartoon?
No, with
Seriously?
they did deepfake AI, like deepfake using AI. Changed the skin color Ariel, changed her hair to red, and made her into pretty much a ginger woman, like
Uh-huh.
Ariel is in the
Cartoon.
cartoon. So
Right.
someone's already they're
Hmm.
already ahead of it. And see, Ed would applaud this, and he would be saying like, just like what that one guy who did the refacing of Luke Skywalker
Skywalker, yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and the
And what's this
Mandalorian.
guy to get a job?
Yeah, he's like,
Let's
"Man,
hire him."
Hire this guy. He can change black people to white people. Hire him ASAP. No more race swamping. Like, but
No.
people are already doing it, so it's not.
Lord of
it's,
the Rings.
Lord of
that's
the
not-
Rings.
that's not big,
but-
though.
Black elves.
Oh, right.
people
the
were
Black
having a
Elves.
shit fit over the Black Elves.
Well, people
Yeah.
have been having a shit fit for a long time about the Lord of the Rings because they
Well,
they showed in the trailers.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying. Lord of
House
the Rings
the
was the
Dragon.
last big one where people were like, no Black Elves, no
Yeah,
black
that's
people
true.
in
Yeah, but
Middle Earth.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking more of like a big example. Like, I mean, I can only think of a positive one that no one says jack shit about is Nick Fury. But
Yeah. Because Samuel L. Jackson.
yeah, I think it's with minor characters. Like major characters, usually they thread lightly. It's like the same reason why I if I ever see a black Batman, I'll be fucking knocked out of my seat because that's like that would be a major move to make.
Yeah, that well, we know DC would never do
Why is that though?
Because
Because
that's
of
a
all the races.
character that a lot of people hold dear.
Yeah.
I would love
Continue.
to see a black Batman, but I
Oh,
don't think that's
yeah.
going to happen.
That'll not happen in our lifetime.
I would like to see a black Batman.
But no, you don't want to see our black
What?
Batman. You want to see a
not
different
Bruce Wayne. Not Bruce
Yeah,
Wayne.
not Bruce
Oh
Wayne,
yeah,
right?
that's true. You don't want to see a black Bruce Wayne. You want to see Jace Fox or whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
Larry Fox.
Larry yeah.
Yeah,
No, Lucius Fox, his kids,
Oh.
or one of his kids.
That's
to
what I
become
said,
Batman.
James
Yeah,
Fox.
that's what you'll say.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that though?
Oh, what's wrong with that?
but what can it be? What's it called? The regular Batman, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, what can it be a black?
Because he's already taken.
What do you mean he's already taken?
Why not like have
Really?
her?
All right, so
why
are
not-
you okay with
why not
Ariel
have-
being black?
I question why they do it.
That's not
Because they wanna. Let's be honest. They're probably trying to like. The thing
Yeah,
about
but what does that
Disney is-
mean?
Yeah,
what
that's
does that
not-
mean?
that's
You're
not an
making a
answer.
gesture here. What does that
Yeah.
mean?
No.
Money. They're
Well,
doing it for money.
but
Disney,
that's
no,
not
but-
the question.
How are they making more money on this?
But no, but he didn't answer the question. Green Turner says, "Are you okay with a black Ariel?" It's like it's pretty much a yes or no. Are you okay with it?
I'm in the middle of it.
So you're neutral. You
Why
neutral
do you always
because
do
wanna
this? Just
have-
give a concrete answer, yes or no.
Because I don't know why well, I know why they will do it.
Of
and
course,
why
look,
they are doing
they
it.
want
Why
to earn
money?
brownie
They're doing
points and they want to make money.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
Exactly. I want a story. I don't care if the person is
Are you
black,
gonna watch it?
white,
I'm not
or-
gonna watch it.
Well,
I
we're
honestly
gonna-
don't
we're
care if
gonna
there's a
watch
black
it.
Ariel.
I
We're
just,
Are you
gonna
gonna
watch
watch it?
I just don't want her to be dancing hip,
Wait,
like, dancing hip hop.
wait.
And what if
She
that
starts
what
breakdancing.
if that happens?
In
So
the
what if that
ocean
happens?
floor.
She's like, I got legs now. Like, bust a move. Like,
And what if that happens though? What if that happens?
No, it's not. I
it's not
doubt
gonna
it.
happen. Yeah, they did do something.
They
similar
haven't
to
done that with all the other IPs. They've
no,
kept
they-
it
None of the other
fairly.
did.
IPs have been race swapped.
They did Snow White, not Snow White. Is it Snow White or Cinderella? They did
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
That wasn't Disney. That wasn't Disney.
That wasn't Disney. They did the
No.
black version of that. Okay.
That was their
Yeah, no, that wasn't Disney.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about with
Brandy.
that guy from American Horror
no.
Story.
Not Brandy.
I don't know.
No,
I
not that
haven't
one.
watched American Horror Story in a while, but this one with the Cinderella and the shoe, and he left
Yeah.
a sneaker. He's like a shoe designer or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a sneaker instead of
Yeah.
the. Oh god!
It was-
And
yeah.
this is exactly why I don't want.
But that's not
uh,
Disney.
But it's not Disney,
Disney, with their own movies, have been pretty somewhat faithful to the source material.
Yeah, this
I
is the only
don't
one
think
that's
they're gonna
really-
have Ariel like beatboxing.
Yeah, this is the only one
Under
that's
the sea.
drastically
What is
different.
Ed Underground? What is
I
what
hold on.
is-
I
what
hope
is
that
Ariel's
doesn't-
most defining characteristic?
She's a mermaid.
That is.
Okay. All right, I guess that's true. But aside from being a mermaid, what is your
And,
most defining characteristic?
The
red hair?
breeze underwater.
Okay, all
That
right.
mermaid.
She can sing. Let's just keep this.
It's her
moving.
voice.
Yeah,
It's
she
the
can sing her
voice.
voice,
It's part of the
yes.
story. It is part of the original cartoon. It is her voice.
Yep.
So what do you think? Do you think what if they cast this actor and they clearly
Actress.
showed it? They
Actress. Go on.
Actor.
Interesting.
All right.
They clearly showed it.
Who are you, the architect? What was that?
I mean, actress is not a real word. It really isn't. It's actor.
Actor. Yeah, that's the.
Oh, are you
actor's
serious?
gender-
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we've just been
So
conditioned.
if I type in
Actress.
actress in Google, it
Yeah, I've
won't
been
correct me as
conditioned. I've been
actor?
using.
No, I'm sure
actress
it
up until this
exists because
point.
it exists, but like when you're talking about a actor, you're talking about an actor. It's a non like there's no like
I don't know.
gender
about
assigned.
Yeah,
All right,
act-
that.
actress-
The best, the best actress goes
Non-gender
to-
binary.
I mean, it's
Actor-
just it's a term for an actor.
An actor is the profession. That's the profession. But
Yeah.
an actress is a gender specific term for actor. So, but actor, if you want to get be woke, you want to say actor.
Like Dark Side
I
over
do want to
here.
get woke. So
Yeah, he's gonna be fully woke.
all right. So, anyways, what I'm saying is, what if they pick
Libtard.
this actor based on their voice because it's so important to the plot?
If the voice is important to the plot, if the
Mhm.
voice and her acting skills, then all for it. Like I've been saying before the Little Mermaid was even announced, that
But why are you questioning why they did it? Why do you
because it seemed like they're going to the woke route.
Why? Why would you automatically assume without seeing the movie or knowing the character, knowing the actor, knowing the performance?
Oh, I'm sure she's a great actor. She was in.
I mean, it's Disney. Let's not be so charitable thinking that they're doing this without,
They're not.
some kind of
They-
motive.
they don't care
Well,
really.
their motive is to make money,
Yeah,
yes,
but they don't-
exactly,
they
and
don't
also
care
generate
less
buzz.
about
right? But
So every time Disney does something, let's not pretend like they're doing it out of
the kindness of their heart.
selflessness or
No.
trying to improve.
no one
you know,
has ever
things.
said
No,
they're.
but
they're
I think
We're
what
not-
Darkseid. Well, I think what Darkseid is saying is that yes, we know that everybody knows is Disney is a corporation. They are trying to make money.
Mhm.
Their whole goal is to make a profit, not change the world. So they're making a profit. What I think Darkseid is saying is that ultimately, why does it matter that Ariel is black, white, or whatever? As long as she can sing and she can put a fake mermaid tail on, ultimately is the goal not achieved of telling the story of that we know of the Little Mermaid? Because the only thing that's really
Yeah.
defining outside of, okay, you think about her skin color, sure, she's black, but she was white before. But other than that, she was known for her singing. That's what Ariel was all about, and her acting in the cartoon, let's say per se. So-
Sorry, just as an aside, what if when the Ariel makes the deal with Ursula, not only does she get legs, but she also becomes like a white girl? Like, how pissed would
shit.
people be?
If Disney did that, I would give them all my money, because that would be the biggest troll of all time. And if they had her beatboxing and then doing breakdancing when she got on land, and it's still a white guy, he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And her just doing spins on top of her head. I'm like, you know what, Disney, you earned this. I bet you it'll play it in China. China will love it. I mean, it'll be the greatest thing in Africa. I guarantee it.
To be honest, she has a beautiful voice from what I heard.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're right. I mean, I just don't want to give Disney too many brownie points, but you're right. It doesn't matter. And to be honest, none of us are gonna watch this movie. So
I thought
whatever.
we
If
were.
people want to have a black Ariel, why not go
No,
nuts?
I don't think any of us are. I mean, you can watch it. I'm
No, I
not,
thought we were for the pod, but I mean, I'm not gonna like watch it. Oh, I can't.
I'm
wait
not
to
gonna
go
watch
see
it for the
Yeah.
pod.
yeah, I don't
Oh,
think we're
okay,
ever
all right
gonna watch
then.
it for the pod. I mean, we haven't watched any of the other live action Disney movies, so I don't think.
Yeah,
this
why
is
are we gonna
just-
start now?
Yeah, I think we're just more commenting on the fact that it was released. You were, blowing up our chats with all the memes instantly.
So the video I sent you also happens to be, I forgot his YouTube name, but the black guy that does the reviews, trailer reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I
Yeah.
watched that. He
He
did have
spoke.
a point.
Yes,
well.
he did. The same. He's basically
Um,
saying the same thing I'm saying.
It is saying this, but I can also
Wait,
see it on the
repeat that.
other end.
Repeat that.
What?
He is saying the same thing I'm saying.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
But what I'm saying is, I
Wait,
can also see the
wait.
other side where
are you upset?
Yeah, I mean, he had a
it's
point, but
just
it's not. It's not the
Boom.
point.
Yeah, like
A
you're
point.
like
Oh.
yes, Ed. I will say this: there are people that agree with you. That's not
Yeah.
saying like, oh my goodness, you got us. It's not. I'm not saying that. That's not saying anything.
Yeah, you're
I
not the
agree
only
with.
one.
Yeah,
No, you are. Other
yeah.
people agree.
So it's kind of just like, once again, I don't understand the big deal. No one cares.
Let me just say,
I
I disagree
mean,
with that
I
video.
don't care. I don't care. I'm just like, whatever. If it was a white
Well,
woman, like
Well,
the
wait,
original,
wait,
the
wait.
original,
Let me ask
the,
you- let me
the
ask you this, hold
original mermaid was green. She wasn't even white. And the thing is, like, what irritates me about this whole situation is that for all the things that white people race swamp on, no one cares about. The
Yeah.
biggest thing I'm gonna say that the
No,
white
people
have-
care.
No, well, for the
I'm
longest time,
one
people
of
didn't
them.
care. What one of the biggest things that white people race swamped on is Jesus Christ. Like they think
Oh,
you think
people
he's a
care.
blonde hair, blue eyed guy coming around talking about, hey,
No
hey,
kidding.
hey, you damn Indian people over here and all you Middle Easterns, well, listen to me. I'm the son of God. I have brown
Hey,
hair, blue
Abdul.
eyes.
Jesus over here.
No, not
Listen
Abdul.
to what I have to
Hey,
say
hey,
with my beautiful golden locks.
hey, you're not Abdul. Your name is Simon now. Simon. What? Your name is Ahmed? No, you're Paul now. Hey, Paul. Like, come on. Like people
Hey,
get upset.
Steve,
Hey, Steve.
It's like-
Steve.
get over here,
No,
Steve.
people care. People
People do
care.
care, but what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that like race swapping has been going on for so long, longer than we've been alive. And so everybody gets their little pennies in the bunch because now a actual good singer is
What's-
playing a live action mermaid whose mermaids are not even fucking real, but people are like, oh my god, Little Mermaid, she's black. Ugh. Like,
It's
Well-
interesting that Ed Underground wants to put all his effort behind the Little Mermaid, whereas
I
this
didn't.
travesty has been going on. I haven't heard a
Poor Ed. I think we're being unfair and painting him in a light that he really wasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Agree.
Why?
No, wait. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Hold
Here.
on. Let me ask you this. I'm the one talking here, baby. So let me ask you
Oh.
this: If
You gonna let him do that? Dark side?
what's her name? Mulan.
Yes.
If Mulan if anyone but an Asian person play Mulan, would it matter?
Yes, because Mulan, the story is specific to her race.
Yeah, it's literally
Next question.
Yeah, it's like saying T'Challa was white. Would it make a
Yeah.
difference? It
Would
was
anyone
like,
matter
yeah,
if they got a white actor to play T'Challa? Yes.
Yes,
Because it's relevant to his role.
yeah. But what is
Next-
Ariel?
next question.
No. What is Ariel, Ed?
A
She's a
humanoid
southern
fish?
black woman. I mean,
She,
come on.
she has to be. She was born in the Pacific Ocean. She has to be white. Like,
Well,
hey,
she's,
I'm not
she's,
saying she has to be white. I'm not saying she has to be black. I'm just saying the reason behind why they chose this. I mean, it's Disney. They can find anyone in the sea.
yeah, but what if
chose
they
this
found
one.
the best actor that had
Well, I hope that's the reason. I hope that's the reason.
But the thing is, you and other people are already hating on it.
I didn't say I was hating on us. I was saying,
You're
right,
questioning
okay,
why.
here
You're
we
questioning
go.
why.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course I'm questioning why.
Okay, you could question why, but why not go with the first perspective of, oh, they must have hired the best person for that role? Why?
Well, I thought that too. That's why I sit in the middle. Like, okay, she has a great voice.
So
I
if
know
they
that
did,
for a
so,
fact.
so if they did say, if Disney does come out and say, let's say we give them the hypothetical, they hired the best person for the role, would you be like, okay, I support this movie at this point, or would you still be like, I'm on the fence? Not a trick question. I'm just
I
curious.
would say if it's not because of the color of her skin, then I support the movie. If it's not because of the color of her skin,
Hold on, say that one more time.
if it's not because of the color of her skin, then I support the movie.
Oh, you support it. Okay.
If
Can
it's
you
not because of the
tell
color of
me-
the skin,
Can you find me some evidence that says that is the reason why they cast?
I don't know yet. I'm hoping it's not. That's why I'm on the fence. I'm in the middle right now because
Would you? Can
I will have
you
to see it.
proof?
I will have to see it.
Okay. I mean,
That's the only way.
If you see it, that you won't know that. I'm just saying you're clearly acting upon some information that we don't have.
No, I'm not acting upon information. I'm acting upon previous
Like
Cowboy Bebop.
it's not Disney.
No, it's not Disney, but I'm saying previous
What?
studios swamping for just the color of the skin.
But
But
the
you,
main
money.
but you do,
actor
but you
is
do
nothing.
realize that if we kept, like, let's say Cowboy Bebop was an anime turned into a or it was a manga turned to anime and then the anime turned into a live action. You do realize that, for a lot of shows that you would be interested in,
I know
that
what you're saying.
all these characters are primarily white. So where would you put in a black character in if you have to stay true to the original creation? Let's say for example, Little Mermaid. If all these characters are always drawn as white, when are black people or people of color in general, well, how are anybody supposed to get put into movies or cast into movies if the race is that important to the hiring of the actor?
Make a new series.
That's you're missing the point. If the series that people want are always like Little Mermaid, what was like before all of
No
this?
one wanted this.
No, what are you
I'm
talking
just-
about? No,
Speak
even
for all girls and kids and everything.
no, let's say before 2000, before let's say the Frog Princess, which came out in what 2004 maybe, 2005. Before that, when was there any movie, any Disney movie that had primarily just
Well,
black people
You just brought
that
a
had black
good
people
example right
or
there.
Asian or
You just brought
Asians?
an example right there. Why not just make the Frog Prince movie, whatever it's called?
Okay,
Why
but
not
I
just
think
do
I
that?
think you're missing the point.
I think
is
that's
that-
coming.
yeah, I'm sure that's coming. But what I'm saying is that
I would hope so.
out of 100 movies that Disney made, there's one movie that has a black actor that is the lead in that, which was the Frog Princess, whatever, Princess Frog.
Mhm.
Outside of that, if there are 99 other movies that don't have any black characters in it, when are the black people supposed to get in, or when are people of color or any type of race outside of white allowed to get into those movies?
Just make a new series. I mean,
No,
like
we're not, once
they
again,
did
you're
with the
saying
Frog Prince.
your
They're
point
not-
is
Well, if
you want to make new series. We're not talking about making new series.
Yeah.
We're talking about with the established franchises that they keep going back to.
I don't want to see another remake.
But
of
we're not talking about
remake
what
of
you
remake.
want. We're not talking about what you want. We're talking about the
Well,
masses.
that's what I want though.
We're
I
not
don't
talk-
wanna-
we're not- once again, we're not talking about you. We're talking about the masses.
the masses probably want something new.
No.
All right,
We're-
well,
Here's the
bring it
thing.
up- bring it up-
We
bring it up
always
bring it up
say,
from-
hold on. We always say we want something new, but then again, companies keep making remakes of remakes. We got so many Marios, so many
but who's we? Who's we? You
what
keep
do you mean,
saying
who's
we.
we?
We say we want.
we
Obviously,
as
companies don't are not-
consumer to people, they want something
They
new.
want something new.
We always say we want something new,
Who's,
but then we
once again, who's we? Companies are here to make a profit. They're not.
how
gonna
many
sit there.
times have you guys said you want something new, not the same old, the same formula?
We are just a few people. We're talking about companies. They go out and they do all the research on what actually people want. So while
Yes.
we might say that, the masses still say, "Hey, I'm cool with a remake. I'm cool with doing this. I want to see."
Of course they're cool for remake.
eighth movie of Dragon Ball Z. People are always going to say that.
Of course.
So I'm saying is that these companies are not here to be a charity for people. They want profit. They're going to do whatever they can to
Oh.
make money at the end of the day.
Of course,
So that's why you see consistently remakes of existing IPs, because one is easy to do. They already own the IP. Two, they don't have to go and be like, oh, we're going to go search for new ideas and new storylines that may flop. And now we just lost a lot of money. They're going to
That's also what people want.
It's what people want.
They want
So
familiar IPs. So
There's
we're
been
talking about IP.
Nostalgia.
We're talking about
Nostalgia is a
casting.
big thing.
There's
how many
two different
times?
boxes
How many
here.
times have you guys complained like, oh, another new Mario, oh, another
Ed,
new
you keep saying
Xenoblade, or
we.
oh,
We're talking about we're not the we're 4 people on a podcast.
I'm sure we speak for a lot of people though.
Yes,
that
but
they
we're
want
still
something
we're still with the majority
course.
probably. Yeah, we're
I
still
think the majority wants something new.
just because
Now-
maybe 20% people want it, there's still 80% that say, "Hey, we want the new Mario. We're cool with it."
I think I agree with
Of
you.
course, we're cool with it
I think I
because,
agree with you. People want something new, but
of course,
most people want what's familiar,
yeah,
and
well,
they
they
want-
have that too.
nostalgia, and they want something that they're accustomed to. So we're talking about two different things. We're talking about the properties that are in one way, and the casting that is completely separate. So I mean, I'll give you an example. I grew up reading comic books. I love comic books. You know, I grew up reading those characters that were created in the 50s and the 60s. 99% of them are white people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
99% of all the characters I read as a child are white people.
Yeah,
So,
I think the
mean,
majority of everything is pretty much
but-
white
but-
people.
I don't know if you ever did, but I asked where are the black people?
Oh, of course, I've asked.
Okay. So what is the answer to that?
Make new characters who
Okay.
are other races, and that's
Let
happened.
me ask you this question. Why
Static Shock,
why are there no
Green
black
Lantern.
people? Yeah. But why were I know I get what you're saying, make new characters.
Uh-huh.
Why weren't there black characters when I was reading?
Because well, not just even black characters, but all their races outside of white characters,
Yeah.
because it was a different time back then.
Right. So
Yeah,
people
I
are
get that.
nostalgic
Shot.
for that. People are nostalgic for what they read, but they want it to reflect the world they live in currently today.
I
If
get
I
that.
walk out the door and I'm looking at a podcast here. I have no white characters. I have realistic people, and I go to work. I don't have an all-white cast of characters. It's a wide mix of individuals. So
Yeah,
they
and
want the nostalgia of the things they love, but they also want it to reflect the real world in terms of how you can change it without affecting the core product.
Yes, but I
Casting
also
is one of those things.
yeah, but I also don't want to see a stereotypical Black Magneto.
Nope. No, what? Nobody. Who said anything
Jesus
about
Christ.
that?
Black Nito?
We're going totally off. Like
Yeah,
you're
but
bringing up points.
I'm
that
just
don't-
saying. I don't
But
want to
who
see
said-
a
why is that a
stereo.
point? Why is that?
I would love to see a
Why
Black
are you even
Nito.
bringing that up?
Yeah. Why?
No,
What's that have
not-
to do with anything?
It kind of does. It
How?
kind of does because you're
Wait,
re-swapping.
hold
You're
on.
re-swapping a well-known
Was there a Black
character.
Magneto?
No,
No,
I'm just saying that as an example.
So okay, so if Magneto's black, there's tons of great actors who could be a black Magneto.
Yeah, I agree with that also. But if you're
Okay, so
to,
does that reduce Magneto as a character? No, in no way.
I don't want to see a stereotypical African American character.
Wait, are we still
I'll go
talking?
one step further. I'll say if you even cast the entire X-Men as black actors,
I would say that's wrong too.
I would say that leans more into the original characters. They're all outcasts. They come
Yeah.
from allegory for racism and everything. So-
It is a big allegory for racism.
But I'll
because
also
they
say
are
that's-
being persecuted constantly.
I would
Yeah,
also say that's
they just
wrong
happen to
too.
be white.
You would have to have a mix then, not just all one thing.
So why
Wait,
you
are we still
okay-
talking about Little Mermaid?
Yes. No, because
Okay.
the whole point I'm bringing up is like I said earlier. I know you had to step away for a second. Was the fact that if all the characters from our nostalgia, all the characters made prior to 2010, let's say
Mm.
hypothetically, every character that's being made for major TV and so forth, that all these other companies are bringing back their old IPs and so forth, are primarily just white characters. When is it okay for black characters to actually get swapped out for those white characters so that we can see a better diversity in people of color, people of different ethnicities, and so forth as these characters? And I guess what I'm trying to understand on the that's a question I asked to the Ed Underground. Like, when is that okay when all the characters that we grew up on have been primarily, overwhelmingly been white? So like
Yeah.
the whole race swapping thing and people having issues with that, it's like, okay, I understand people having issues because it's nostalgia and so forth. But the simple solution of saying just make new characters, that doesn't make sense because all these, they're going back to old IPs. When have you seen a new IP come up from scratch where now it's taking off in the mainstream media and is making a lot of money for these
Because
companies?
some people don't give it a chance.
But that's the point.
Or
These,
I'd
once
rather
again,
some
these
companies.
Like-
companies,
Exactly.
that's the point.
Copies.
These companies are not here to be social justice warriors to that extent. If it affects their bottom
Well,
line,
I'm not even talking about social justice wars. I'm just saying, like, why not just make a new IP and hey, you use
the new
that.
IP doesn't sell. They're not going to back a new IP.
once again,
They're
it's
going to go
money.
after.
It might sell.
It is money.
No,
It won't.
It may, but let's be honest. The new IPs that work is also with white people. The last like big IP from Disney that I can think of was Frozen,
Yep.
and there was an all white cast.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Disney's had a lot of like
white
Disney's
people.
pretty good at producing IPs.
They're good, but their biggest hits are always like with
With
white people.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Disney's, like if you look at Pixar today, all their last few hits, they've steered way away from just
Pixar.
white.
white
Yeah,
people,
there's
right.
Pixar.
Hispanic families.
Yeah,
This is Disney.
Pixar. We're talking
This is
Disney.
No,
I mean,
but he's
Disney
no
has a
wait,
heavy
he's
hand
saying
with Pixar. Pixar is no longer what it used to be.
Right.
It's-
They're not autonomous, yeah, like they used to be before.
Yeah.
right. But what I'm saying is ultimately is that yes, you can branch out and do that. But once again, we're not seeing too many black people or people. Well, for Pixar, yes, you see it, but Disney, you're not going to see that anytime soon. For Marvel, you're not going to see that anytime soon. That's just the truth. Like IPs that they
It's the
stick with.
truth, yeah,
When
unfortunately.
the IPs that they stick with are majority white people. Like you do have your Blades, you have the Eternals, which they had to swap out a lot of races
Mm.
to make it more diverse.
Diverse.
So that's what I'm
Luke
saying.
Cage, which was
Luke
a
Cage.
really good series, but somehow I don't see that coming back really.
Right, it was a good
Yeah.
series, but it didn't get traction.
Right.
Yeah.
You're talking about Static Shock. Static Shock had what 4 seasons of that, and then
Yeah.
has not got picked up since. There was Black
And
Lightning.
it's
there-
only
there's talks-
it's only hardcore
Static
fantasy
Shock.
no,
you
it's- huh?
had for Static Shock.
Static Shock. Yeah, Static Shock. They had 4 seasons
Cartoon.
of the cartoon. 4 seasons of it, but after that, you haven't seen it get picked up. That didn't get picked up.
It
since.
was
Yeah.
it was pretty popular. It was in Batman Beyond too, or he was in Batman
Yeah,
Beyond
it
No,
was
too.
I
pretty
know
popular.
it was popular to you, but not to the
masses.
Not just me.
masses. Yeah.
Once again, this,
Okay,
necessarily.
where's the Static Shock movies?
yeah,
Fucking Static
If
Shock
it's
is
so-
Where's the Spawn
fucking
movie?
Garfield cartoon. Jesus Christ.
Wait, what?
Spawn got a movie,
Exactly.
but there hasn't been anything since then.
Second movie.
Spawn, same thing. They couldn't take off either.
But the thing is, this is the same person that thinks Ki is on the same level as Street Fighter 6. So I mean, his idea
is true.
of
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I did not say
You
that.
said it was huge. You said both Street
Mhm.
Fighter 6
No,
or Street Fighter 5.
no,
You said
no,
Street
no.
Fighter 5, and
Street
you said
Fighter
You
they were
said
both
six.
huge. 5.
You said 6.
5. Doesn't
I
matter.
didn't even say
He
5.
misspoke.
Yes, misspoke.
I didn't even say 5.
Street Fighter 5. Yes, we had this argument before. You
I
thought
was
Street
talking
Fighter
about
5 had a huge following, and then you said Ki had a huge following. Ki had a following of like 1,000 people, and Street Fighter had like 20,000 people online at the same time at max. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna continue with this argument.
It's a bullshit answer to say, black characters you should make it new characters.
Why not? I want new
It's a
characters
bullshit
regardless of the.
I mean,
the
they,
race.
they are
What?
making
It's,
new.
it's straight up just racist. I'm just gonna go and say it.
I don't think.
How
It's
so?
like saying, hey, it's like going to the water fountain back in the segregation days. Hey, no, we have a separate water fountain. It's the same water fountain. You can't drink from our water fountain, but it's a
Yeah.
separate water fountain.
That's way
No.
out.
Separate
No,
but equal.
that's a no.
No, look.
That's,
That's
what I'm
a
saying.
no.
That's basically what you're saying. Oh no, we have a water fountain for you. It's called
No.
Calvin Harris.
Let's
That's our
not.
water
Look,
fountain.
No.
in all defense, I don't think Ed is coming at it from a racist point
You don't
of
think
view.
he's Grand Dragon?
No, but
Great wizard.
but I do think that the majority of the pushback that is coming does, whether people know it or not, Darkseid is right. It is coming from a place, maybe not necessarily of racism, but at least a level of bigotry. Because you're right. Why can't black people just have a black mermaid, especially a black Ariel?
What's it have
What's
to be
wrong
black?
about that?
It could be.
Why-
She could be Hispanic for all I give a shit about.
Yeah,
she could be Asian.
or whoever it is.
She's a
Why
great
can't
singer.
it just be?
Why
yeah.
can't it just be like?
I said this. They're not going back in time and literally like erasing.
Erasing the
Yeah.
movie.
Oh,
Like I
they
said, with
erase some
with Black
things.
Superman, they're not going back in time to kill Henry Cavill and erase him from time like Terminator style. That's not happening. People are reacting like it's the end of the world.
They erased some things in the past.
No. Okay. Anyways,
Go
I
on.
don't think.
What?
Yeah,
Nothing.
actually, yeah. Go ahead. What have they erased?
Yeah, what?
Since you said it, you.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Anyways, I don't think Ed's coming from a racist
You mean
place.
like the Fantasia?
No.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, go on. Go on.
Oh,
That was Sound of the South.
Son of the South?
I think maybe that's the name of it. I don't know the name of
All
it.
right.
I've seen it. I don't know.
Yeah, because
Go
I
on.
know they re-edited the cartoons, if that's what you're talking about, like the old timey where they had like racist depictions of black people.
Yeah. But what?
Had a
Is that what you're
whole
talking about?
cartoon of it, but
Yeah, they have. But the thing
Hmm.
is that ultimately, I don't think Ed's coming from a racist place. I think
I'm
that
not.
where Ed is coming from.
Mm.
I think where he's coming from, though, I think he's coming from a place of naivety. I think he's
Yes.
very
False.
naive. I think
False.
he's very
Yeah, I'm also
naive.
going to say false to that.
Oh, you
Because
think-
it is
okay,
false.
shut- No, Darkseid is saying it for a different reason. So-
Yeah, Darkseid just trying to throw fuel to the fire.
There's a level of bigotry, and he's got an adorable level of just like oblivious bigotry, and there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, that's fine.
false.
But I think ultimately
Look.
at the end of the day, ultimately at the end of the day, we know corporations are here for the money. They're not here to
Yes.
protect us. They're not here to, like I said, I don't care if it's a black person. I don't care who it is. If they can play the role, let them play the role. As long as they're good, and if the race of the character is not important to the story of the character, like I said, I don't want to see a Jamaican Mulan coming up and like, yeah, man. Like, oh.
And that's what I don't want to see.
But
that's
the thing
exactly-
is,
Yeah,
but at the end of the
but
day,
For that exact
Mulan
reason.
was like during the Chinese whatever. Mermaids are sea people. There's
Yes, I know. But I don't want to see.
there's no real world reference that we can
Well,
grab on and
it's
be like,
fictional. It's
oh,
all fictional.
mermaids look like this.
Yeah, like Superman is fictional. There's no, as far as we know, there are no aliens from Krypton who come
Look,
to
all
Earth.
Kryptonians are white, and you'll never convince me any other way.
How do you
But
feel
you
about
know-
Namor,
no,
Ed?
no,
Chris
does-
Harris.
You know who does a
or,
good job of that?
Calvin Harris.
Henry Cavill.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you talking about Calvin Harris?
Calvin
yes, yes.
Harris.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is a good cartoon that actually does a decent job of showing diversity in the Superman type world is
Justice League?
Invincible. Invincible is actually
Invincible, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah I forgot what the
Well, it's a
Vol-
modern like conscious depiction of our world. So
Yeah.
of course, you cannot like assume that only white people are going to be reading Invincible. So
yeah No,
Yeah, it
fair
was
point.
a product of the time.
Ed, what do you think of Namor being swamped for a Hispanic character?
Who could swim? Full
They're
fun.
sea people.
He could
They're
swim.
Atlanteans.
What is
Because
it, Lord of
They're
the
the
Rings?
closest thing you can get to a
Hmm?
mermaid.
What?
What's this? Who's Namor?
Okay. All right. Let's
Namor.
move on
Who is
to.
that?
All right,
Lord
this
of the
is the
Rings?
guy that supposedly likes comics.
Yeah, no, he's
I don't know everything about comics. I'm sure you guys don't know everything about
Namor.
comics.
That is like one of the OG characters of Marvel.
Yeah.
also, by the way, we talked about it in
Previous episodes. for
quite
sure.
a length during
Yeah.
an episode when we gushed about the trailer.
Yeah.
But hey, no, that's cool.
we'll keep it moving. We'll keep it pushing forward.
Let's keep it moving.
All right. So outside of what's this
Well,
called?
no, I mean, with this D23 had a couple other things that we really want
Yes,
to touch
yeah.
on here.
Touch on that
Secret
first.
Invasion.
Oh, yeah.
trailer, we
Secret
finally
Invasion.
saw that.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw that. I was like, yes, this was the Secret Invasion I kind of actually want. Because there's actually some gravity to it. It doesn't seem like I thought I was really scared that they were gonna make it into like a TV series where it was gonna be very She-Hulkish. Where I know She-Hulk is purposely like that because of the comics, but I really thought like, oh, they're kind of make a joke of this. This actually seems like a very serious, almost like a Captain America Winter Soldier or Captain America and Falcon and the Winter Soldier type of
Falcon
vibe.
and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, where there's actual real consequences to this, and I actually like that. You know, you guys know I like darker, heavier stuff, so I was actually pretty surprised.
Yes, we're aware.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Secret Invasion in the comic book was more involved all the superheroes, and I don't know. I
Yeah.
thought they were going to do
Yeah.
something similar to that, but I like what I saw here. I'm down for Nick Fury and like basically the remnants of Shield trying to stop an invasion on their own, and I think that'll be something interesting. Hey, I got the same vibe from you, like that espionage
Yeah.
vibe, like heavy action. I'm down for it too.
It sounds like this is like the very beginning because we know there are going to be characters that are going to be popping up because of Secret Invasion. Like the most recent, we know Hercules is coming from Thor: Love and Thunder. He has a part in Secret Invasion. So
No, I think that's Secret Wars. Right?
Secret Wars. I'm sorry,
Secret
Jeez,
Wars.
Secret Wars. So in either
Doctor
case,
Here's
Doom.
what I'm looking forward
Doctor
to.
Doom,
Secret
yeah,
Invasion.
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom for
The
sure.
whole thing in Secret Invasion was that in the comic was that they were revealing that characters
Skrulls?
known for
Yeah,
a
they were
long time
all
have been
they were all
scrolling.
Skrulls,
Scrolling, yeah.
Like it was the whole like this decades long like invasion is now getting upended.
Right.
So like
But
I'm curious to see if they go to the MCU characters and start showing, oh, this was a Skrull all along. This character was a Skrull. You know, this whole movement like Hydra has been created by the Skrulls since the 40s. You know what I mean? They've been infiltrating our society for so many years. I want to see what their take on Secret Invasion will be in the MCU. I think that's
So basically, the lizard people.
There are real life
Yeah,
lizard
basically.
What's it called? The lizard elite or whatever it's called.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't go that deep. I don't know.
people. Well, they are definitely lizard people, and
I don't know. I'll be honest. It's for me. It's more Marvel. Just
Marvel
explosions
formula.
and
yes, we
crap.
got it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're so
we
bored,
know.
Marvel.
It's the
So
same
cool.
thing.
The
The
same
only one that I was
thing.
actually excited about was Werewolf by Night. That
Oh,
one
Werewolf
looks
by Night.
interesting.
Looks exciting.
Werewolf by
That
Night
looks
came out of
interesting.
nowhere.
Yeah, that came out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
That looks
Uh,
exciting.
Looks really, it looks interesting.
It looks
like something that I
interesting,
wouldn't
yeah.
assume Disney would want to do.
Yeah,
But I
like
love
a
that
pulpy
trailer.
black and white show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys catch Man Thing in that trailer?
Yes.
I did not. I only watched
I did not.
trailers.
Cool. Yeah, it was cool. So I'm curious to see where they're going to go with all the dark characters that can pop up. But like Werewolf by Night, you can get Ghost
Vampire
Vampire.
by
You
you got
Zay,
Blade in
right?
there. Yeah, you can get a whole bunch of possibilities.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. Maybe we're getting closer to Fang or whatever.
That monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Hidden Monkey, but it would be Werewolf by Night, Vampire by Day.
Mhm.
What we just said it. Man Thing,
Mhm.
and then there was a fourth one. I forgot what the fourth character is called.
Yeah.
Would be cool as hell.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, there's a whole supernatural like grindhouse universe of Marvel
Yes.
characters, and then they're like very exploitative of the 70s
Yes.
type of aesthetic. So if they can do that, I would be down. And like I said, there's some of these characters that have been itching to get the remake kind of treatment. We love Blade and we love Ghost Rider. I don't know how you feel about the movies. The last Nick Cage movie, I got to rewatch them honestly, but I think
I like them. I mean, for what they are.
They're campy.
Yeah, I like them for what
It
they
can't
are.
be, yeah, but I think a cool like Ghost Rider can come back in so many ways. I'm really excited for that. I'm just assuming this is just like pie in the sky, but yeah, Werewolf by Night looked really cool. Very,
You know what's another IP too from Marvel that I don't know if they'll be able to do?
Yeah.
That was really big, I think like in the 90s or 80s. Conan.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
No, they don't
But
have.
I don't know if it has some legal issues trying
Yeah.
to use the
I think
comic
Marvel
book
has
version.
Marvel has to regain the comic book rights to Conan, but the film rights are, I think Paramount has them, so they can't.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, that was definitely cool. There was a lot of stuff at D23, a ton of stuff they announced. We're not going to go.
Andor, right?
Andor.
Yeah, they showed another Andor trailer. I mean, sticking on Marvel stuff, they showed the cast of the Thunderbolts
They did.
and they revealed
Yes.
who everyone is. I don't think no surprises there. I was just disappointed there was no Abomination on that team.
yeah. It's,
yeah.
They're lacking a Hulk character, but what do you guys think of the Thunderbolt cast, like the characters?
Mm, I can't remember all
like
the
'em.
cast, but I think it's fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to look them up to remember them.
Yeah.
It is Red Guardian,
Yeah,
Ghost,
Secret Agent or whatever.
U.S. Agent, Taskmaster, Yelena Belova, which Black Widow's sister,
Yeah.
Bucky
Yeah.
Barnes,
Mhm.
and Julia Louis-Dreyfus for Valentina. So that's the team of Thunderbolts. I'm gonna guess that there's more that they haven't revealed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The idea of like taking your villains and putting them on a team, which is what the comics did, and that's
Yeah.
what Thunderbolts was in the comics. I think is another interesting MCU take.
Wasn't Red
Yeah.
Hulk?
Yep, Red
Yeah.
Hulk.
Oh, but what's his name? Died though. That's the problem. So
Thunderbolt.
Did he die?
Thunderbolt Ross, yeah, he died. They were going to use him. They had some scenes I think I saw of him looking very sickly. Like they showed him like in his like military like dress, dress up, whatever. And the actor, and he showed him very sick. Like he was supposed to be like pretty much like getting sick. You see him like sweating and like his hair falling out and so forth. And that's where he was going to become, Thunderbolt Ross, become the Red Hulk. And that's what everybody was assuming was going to happen with him being sick. He was going to take Abomination's blood or take Bruce Banner's blood and become the Red Hulk. But because he died.
William Hurt.
Yeah, he died a year ago, I think. This year.
Yeah, no, this year.
Yeah,
March
this year.
13th.
Yeah, so they might still show him. I don't know. But someone else will probably be, or somebody might.
They can recast Thunderbolt.
They can recast him for sure. And then they can put in a new Ross. So I'm pretty sure that they're gonna keep with that storyline, and then they're gonna do a Red Hulk somewhere in the future.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, Thunderbolts I think can be real interesting.
I'm surprised that they brought Ghost back. Because we haven't seen her since.
You are surprised they brought her back?
Yeah, I was surprised they brought her back because I mean, last time we saw her was
Kind of a meh character.
Huh?
Kind of a meh character.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they had her in the last Ant-Man movie, and it was just kind of like after they beat her, they're just kind of like, oh, we're gonna fix you, and then that was it. It was
And nothing.
else. It's been, I mean, that came out a couple years ago, so
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they I don't think they've mentioned her since. So that's why I was kind of surprised about that.
Yeah. And then I think the biggest piece of news that I think got buried because of D23, but on the Blurred podcast side, it's a big deal because we talk about all the time the leader from the MCU.
Oh yeah.
We talked about him coming out, but we'll finally the actor who played the leader in the Incredible Hulk will
He's
finally
confirmed.
get him as the leader.
Yep.
In the next Captain America movie. He'll be the villain, which I don't know
Which is
about.
kind of crazy. Like,
Yeah, I want him as She-Hulk. We talked about it like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
It would be so cool to have him in a goofy
Yeah,
setting.
goofy
Yeah.
character,
Right.
but whatever. I mean,
They're not going that route though.
no, I think the
like-
next Captain America is gonna be pretty serious.
And
Yeah.
he was a throwaway like villain as far as I was concerned.
Well,
So-
as far as you're concerned, I was like, he really wasn't a throwaway. They had plans for him.
Relevant to the Hulk, but I
Yeah.
mean, if you watched like the cartoon or read the comic, he was. I don't know if he was. a great fellow.
Yeah, in the
Right.
comic books, he wasn't like a big.
Yeah,
big-
he was a cartoon.
that's maybe probably why they created Maestro, just to have like a super, high intellect Hulk,
Mhm.
which was much cooler than the leader.
But yeah,
That's true.
D23, a lot of stuff. Basically, a lot of Star Wars reveals. Mando got a new trailer. Everything got a new trailer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just skim through if there's anything worth talking about, but I think we hit all the major talking.
Yeah, all the major ones, pretty much.
Yeah, I think it was pretty interesting and nice surprise. It seemed to be this was like convention week for some reason because we got a whole bunch of stuff, which we're going to jump to the next one. But yeah, pretty. Oh, Ironheart. There's some first footage from that, which I'm interested in.
Was there? I don't know. I just watched like the highlights of
No,
the
you know what?
D23.
There's stuff like Ironheart, Echo, all these things got like first like Daredevil, like Born Again. They showed stuff from, but we never saw it. They never released it. It was only for a convention.
Okay. That's like, yeah, I didn't see anything
Oh,
about
okay. I
Ironheart.
was like, man, I didn't
Like,
see
Everything
anything.
got like Indiana Jones got a reveal. Like they showed the Ant-Man footage.
Oh, wait.
Footage.
The most important thing
Yeah.
by far that trumps everything that we saw.
The Marvels.
That trumps all. No.
Oh.
No. National Treasure. National
Oh,
Treasure.
yeah.
baby.
Oh no,
Yeah.
we have to wait for
We need
Eduardino.
we need Nicolas Cage back. We need Nick.
No. It's women, and
Who?
they're in power now.
They're the
Oh,
national
shut
treasure.
up.
Yeah, they're the national treasure.
Oh my
There you
god.
go.
You know what?
Get to-
Nicolas Cage, get that cis man out of here, okay?
I'm
Ed
so
Underground. Ed Underground isn't
Get
even
that
aware of
cis
this.
white man out of here.
When we tell Underground about this controversy, what is going to happen?
He's
Hmm.
going to literally.
sit
He's
down
gonna
again.
blow a gasket.
Oh my god. He's gonna lose his shit. He's gonna absolutely.
Him
lose
and
his
his unkempt hair are just.
What do you
gonna
guys thought
lose
of?
shit.
shit. How do you feel about National Treasure being pretty much revitalized again?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Female
there's-
lead.
Female lead. No Nicolas Cage.
Wait, is this
female
really
lead.
happening, or are you just saying so?
No, this is
No,
for
it
real.
is.
This is
Let
it
me
was
see if
like
I
a
can
big
find
deal.
the thing I'll put in.
Yeah, look it up on your phone real quick. Or
I
whatever.
can't.
Look it up on your iPad.
Now,
Yeah.
were you
Hmm.
able to get to Disney to inform them about the Calvin Harris of National Treasure?
I missed that part.
Just go to Disney. It's like, wait, is there someone in a national treasure universe that's black that we can make this based on?
I don't think I actually can't think of there's
Guys.
any black. There's no black characters in that movie whatsoever. I think they're literally just like the security guards and so forth. Yeah, but yeah, no, there is an actual National Treasure. They're rebooting it with relatively. I don't know who these actors are, but yes, female lead. And it does seem like the one guy who was the sidekick to Nicolas Cage, he's coming back. They show him as kind
As
of
the
like
main
stinger.
character?
Oh no, they show him as the stinger at the end. Like he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing? I would like to help." So it seems like they couldn't get Nicolas Cage. I hope they don't pull a Obi-Wan at the very very end. Nicolas Cage turns around like,
Oh, you know he will.
like
It's just like a deep faked Nicolas Cage.
right, like he just turns
I
around.
want to
Like,
take his face off.
like they actually just use it like that exact scene in his face. Like there's no changing. That's the deep fake.
He licks the guy's face. Eh.
Like, like I thought you were the Constitution of the United States, like whatever it is. So, but no, there's an all female lead. It's not all female lead, but it's a female lead for the show. So
Mhm.
I'm watching it right now. The trailer.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan of National Treasure. I have not seen the trailer for this because I don't care.
I think they're just
Wow.
trying to go for a younger demographic,
yeah,
I mean, I
which
don't
makes
want a
sense.
National Treasure
You want to have
I want Natural
new
Treasure.
viewers.
So I mean, I'll just
Exactly.
watch that. But I mean, if I want a taste of National Treasure, I'll watch a TV show. Sure, I'm just not, I think I wasn't thinking that's what the world needed right now, but I guess it is.
I kind of put it in the same aspect of like, watching The Mummy, right? Like Brendan Fraser, he's now back in the news because he's in a movie that
Renaissance.
recently came out.
The Whale.
Is they called The Whale? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
by Aronofsky.
Okay, so yeah, he's coming back. Everybody's applauding that he's back.
Mhm.
I loved him back in the day. I thought in The Mummy he was perfect for The Mummy as a leading man. But if they came out,
George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle,
George,
yes.
you know what else he's in
Encino Man.
that I
Yes.
gotta keep bringing every episode?
What?
Doom Patrol.
All right, dude. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Doom Patrol was his it was his
His
first
comeback.
second to come back. Yeah, I think you know what I watched for some reason. YouTube threw a clip of Doom Patrol at me, and I was like, God damn, I gotta stop watching this. I gotta start watching
Yeah.
this show.
The universe is
I'm
telling
s-
you guys.
I'm so sick of talking about fucking Doom Patrol.
Me bringing it up every show.
Every show, it does not fail. You like, hey, I'm about to take a shit today. You know what else is top shit? Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol. I love
So you guys
it.
want to watch the Fantastic Four with Doctor Doom?
Doom
What about Doom
Doom
Patrol?
Patrol. Exactly.
Did somebody say Doom?
Doom.
You guys want to play Doom,
Doom.
Eternal?
Oh, we weren't even talking about that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck? I'm so tired of you talking about fucking Doom Patrol.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch it just because I'm such a big fan of National Treasure. So we'll see. But like I said, I have low expectations. Same thing like I did for the third Mummy movie. Even though Brandon Fraser was on it, I was like, this is unnecessary. They ended it.
Was that
perfectly.
the one with Jet Li?
Jet Li? Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped that
Yeah,
one.
I didn't like that.
I think
one.
at that point I was
I
burnt
was
out.
done.
And,
But like Darkseid said,
Yeah.
there's times for everything, and this was like for National Treasure. I just don't think this is what the world needs right now. But hey,
Hey,
you know
but It
what?
could be a big hit. Who knows?
We
It could
Yeah.
be a big hit.
It's on Disney Plus.
I guarantee you one thing: it's going to get multiple seasons because people will watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's
That's
it.
Is Boba Fett going to get multiple seasons?
Good product. Doesn't
hopefully
matter.
not. Hopefully not.
And hey, at Underground, you should be happy. They're not replacing Nick Cage. It's a different character.
Yeah. Hey, this is exactly what you asked for.
Oh,
You should watch
What
it.
did I ask for?
you.
Wait, what did I ask for?
They
Not-
didn't replace him.
they
It's a brand new
replaced- Yeah, it's a
character
brand new
New
character
character.
now. So this should be
for National
up your-
Treasure.
Yeah, this should right.
Oh,
up
so
your
it's a
alley.
whole like different thing.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
calm down. It's a
Yeah,
different.
but
She's
I
not
wasn't.
Nicolas Cage's character. She's the daughter, I think, or something like that.
Okay,
I
that's
think
cool.
she's a daughter of someone else, like completely different.
Oh, there you go.
So congratulations, Ed. You have
Cool.
gotten what you wanted.
Good job.
Unfortunately, I'm not really a fan of National Treasure. I didn't see the movie, so I'm
my
Oh,
like,
you gotta
eh,
take your pictures when you
You
can get
didn't
it,
see
my
any of
friend.
them?
no. So
Wow.
I'm a fan of I'm a fan of Nicolas Cage, but when I see his movies, I find them comical.
Careful.
Wow. I'm s- Ed,
Careful.
you know, I'm,
Well,
I'm-
like
I'm
Bring
really
Out the
sorry.
Dead,
Well, I haven't seen that one.
Ed, I'm sorry. that
Leaving
your
Las
child-
Vegas.
Your childhood
Haven't
was
seen that one.
horrible.
Oh,
Ed had
That was
such a
great.
really horrible childhood.
It had other great actors. So
He was a great actor.
Mm.
Back in
I'm
the
not,
day.
not saying any. I said
Was.
other
What,
greats.
what are you saying?
What are you saying?
I didn't see
What
National
are you
Treasure.
saying?
I didn't see
Huh?
that National Treasure.
But you saw The Mummy.
Yes, I did.
These are like movies that are like timeless. Like
Yeah, I
National
saw 'em.
Treasure. I've seen it more time. Like at this point, I could steal the Declaration of Independence.
No,
at
I
this
don't know
point.
if National Treasure's timeless.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, it's.
What about
I
Mac and
like
Me?
it a lot.
That
And
is timeless.
It's fun for
Don't
what it
believe
is.
I've seen that movie.
No, Ghost
You
Rider.
You never
is
watched Mac
timeless.
and Me?
I don't believe so.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Ed hasn't watched anything. He was like Harry Potter. He was kept underneath the stairs.
Not a big fan of Harry Potter.
He couldn't. Be,
Oh.
Aretho kept beating him.
yeah. he's like-
Wow.
They'll have to watch the movie through the little slits. Like, oh man, this movie is great. They'll come in, close the slit, then he just stay underneath the stairs.
All right.
So
I think we can move on from.
Yes, let's move
Okay,
on.
okay.
All right, so the next one.
Hey, but actually, I have something. I think.
No,
we're-
shut
Son
the
of a
fuck.
bitch.
Shut the
What do you
fuck
say?
up.
Move on.
Yeah.
I think I know where we're going here.
No,
Oh, okay.
Well, before we go,
I don't. Segue?
I was gonna say one more thing. New Star
Mm.
Wars animated series. Did you
Oh,
guys see
yeah.
that? So that's
Oh yeah, with Ahsoka or something, right?
I think she's part. This
Oh.
is short stories, so I think it's more of the extension of what was it, Star Wars Legends? or
Bad
whatever?
Batch.
No.
No.
the short, like-
Rebels?
No,
Wait.
no,
Oh,
the short.
Path of the Jedi. It's based off Clone Wars.
Oh, it's based on. Oh, but I thought it was
Oh,
only
Clone Wars,
a
okay.
mini. Is it a mini series? I thought each episode was. Gonna
It's
be
I think it's like a mini series
It's a
thing.
series of shorts, I think.
Yeah, because they got Dooku, they got Qui-Gon, so it's gonna be shorts.
Well, hello there. Okay. No, I mean it looks kind
That's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I know. I'm just saying something.
Is it gonna have Watto? My
Don't
favorite
know.
character.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So
Hello
moving-
there.
all right. So moving on.
General
Yeah,
Kenobi.
talking about.
He's at least 60.
Help me, help me. Help me, Anakin.
Screamcast.
Jesus Christ.
I had a.
You
don't
don't know
I
the
I gotta
power
tell
of
you
the
guys- I
dark
gotta tell you
side.
guys something.
Okay, Darkseid, go ahead.
I gotta tell you guys something. I've kept it from you guys for some time, but I mean,
Is this it?
this is it. I'm telling you right now.
Shit.
This is it?
Settle in. Settle in.
All
All
right.
right, here it is. Get ready.
I know what you're about to say.
I've been for some time now. I've been freelancing for Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I'm just saying. I've been freelancing for Nintendo, and they flew me out. They flew me out to Japan
I knew this was coming.
last week. They flew me out.
Yeah, I did too.
Mhm.
I'm a consultant. Okay, I'm a consultant, and they run things by me. You know that they hate their friend. Okay, and there's
Yeah.
a art to the hatred, right?
Yeah.
So they flew me on. They said, "Hey, Darkseid, check it out. Check out the trailer." And I was like, "This is pretty good. This is pretty good. It's pretty fun. Screwed up here." What was the name of that game? Just the two of us.
Takes two.
It takes two. I was
Two.
like, it takes two. Pre-order for a 2-year-old game. Nintendo, you good? I was like, okay.
Wow.
I was looking over something.
Wow.
I was like, Nintendo, where's the what's the name of that dumb franchise that keep
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem? I was like, hey, where's the Fire Emblem? Boom, they got it in there. I'm like, man, these guys are. And then, hey, this is for September, right? They're like, yeah. I was like, this is good. This is good. This is exactly what people don't want to see. And that was great. And they were like, oh, okay, all right. So this is what I was like, guys. This is for September. They're looking forward to the holiday season, baby.
Mhm.
You got to give them what they want. So I said, hey, remember that A Breath of the Wild sequel you guys are working on? They're like, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, yeah. They actually did that. They're like, oh, yeah, I remember that. So I was like, hey, guys, get this. We'll put out a new trailer. And we'll give them a title. And then
Yes.
we'll put the date. December,
Yes.
whatever, 5,
Don't do that.
2023.
Oh, don't do that. Oh god.
The ultimate.
Oh.
Fuck you. I mean, and I'm not joking, guys. I'm not joking. I was in the room. Miyamoto was just slow clapping me.
Oh, what?
Wow.
That's it. He got up, 20 minutes standing ovation in that room. These people hate their fans, but man, that trailer.
Ooh.
Wow. And this is, mind you, how many fans. I said this in the chat. I wish the Ed Underground had streamed this to watch that reaction. I couldn't believe it myself.
That was, you did say, I can attest to that. One of the first things you did say was, Ed, please tell me you have live streamed your reaction. Unfortunately, the Ed Underground did not live stream it.
It's gotten wise.
So
He's
one
at
time I
once.
didn't live stream.
Well, I think you actually did. I think you learned. I think you've learned to hide your disappointment. And the
No,
only
it
way
was
you
too
do it-
early. Sure, things to do.
Sure.
Yeah,
No, the
for
thing
a
is,
recorded broadcast. It was too
record.
early.
Yeah, you
Probably
could
rewind
you could have not watched it.
and record your reaction, but it was too early.
Yeah,
Sure.
you could.
So I
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't watch the Nintendo Direct. So are you meaning to tell me that they did it the same thing that they did last time? Just re-release old games?
Oh,
yes.
oh,
there
wait,
were-
wait.
There were re-releases of old
It
games.
sounds like
It
some
was a
people
art form
wanted
what they did.
something new.
Oh, sure, yeah. Plenty of things that were new.
Yeah,
No, and I'm saying it sounds like some people wanted something
but
new.
but guess what we got?
The same thing that we've
The
seen
same
for
thing.
what 20,
Oh, what,
30
what?
years.
At Underground, you don't want Xenoblade Chronicles 3? I mean,
Yeah, you
come on.
don't, Xeno-
People do apparently.
yeah, you don't want another Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem Engage?
Jeez,
People
yeah.
do apparently.
You don't want to see
No new IPs, huh?
Well, no. Well, I would say, well, not new IPs, but they did come out with some pretty decent. I'll say for myself, I actually liked 2 of the releases that they had. 3
Yeah,
of the
Down
releases.
for Pikmin.
Pinkman,
Pikmin.
Pinkman. I always say that. Pinkman.
Pikmin?
Darth Vader.
Pinkman for.
Oh, he froze.
We have what else? Bayonetta 3.
Bayonetta,
You
yeah.
know, I'm a huge Bayonetta fan.
Yeah, you are.
So,
too.
Wait, is
I-
Bayonetta 3 a brand new game?
Yeah.
No. Well, yeah, it's a brand new game.
No,
Yeah.
it's a brand new game, but
Yeah.
it's been revealed before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last time they revealed something was, I think they did something last year, and then I think it was originally a tease in 2018. So it's been for a few years.
Yeah, it's
It's
Um,
been a long wait, huh?
Yeah, it's been a long wait.
well, we'll talk
uh,
about long waits in a second.
Yeah, and then last, but I'll say probably the greatest thing that Nintendo did,
Oh wow.
but it took a stupid long amount of time to come out, which is beyond dumb. But this is Nintendo once again just rehashing the same IPs over and over again. Not even like new games, just rehashing the exact same game over and over again.
Mm.
GoldenEye
Oh,
for 64 with online play.
mm-mm.
I'm excited for it, but
You are.
at the same time, Nintendo servers are absolutely dog shit.
Nintendo Online is garbage.
Yes.
It's complete ass. And for some reason,
That game is
Nintendo-
also not going to be fun to play.
Oh.
It's not, because I think the charm of the game was the local co-op, the split screen.
Yeah,
True, but I mean, we've never had a online version of that game to
Yeah.
that extent. So I think to a point, yes, the charm was local because you play with friends. But like us, we're all you three are in the same kind of geographic location, but you guys don't hang out and play locally, like play with each other's joysticks and shit. I am in
Ed and I play with each other's joysticks.
I knew that was gonna happen.
we do have a date with Ed.
Pinball Wizard. What are you talking about?
Yeah. We're definitely gonna, I'm not gonna say it. This is a Christian. This is a Christian chat.
It's a Christian
This is.
Yeah, this is a Christian.
Let's take a quick prayer
Yeah,
break.
It's too hot for the Blur podcast.
yeah, we can't do that.
Blur podcast after dark.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, I think I'm willing to give it a try. I pay for Nintendo Online just because I'm a sucker and it only costs like $12 a year or some shit. So I'm like, whatever.
Absolutely not.
I haven't paid
It went up.
for
Nintendo
online.
Online has had years to establish themselves as even like Xbox is there, PlayStation is there. They've established their like online collections, and they're like, come on. I mean, it's not even worth talking about, and I don't want to start getting into this because it's a whole thing, and we've talked about it. But fuck off. Anyways,
You're gonna buy it.
I haven't even touched that fucking Switch. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, I
That's
haven't
true.
touched.
and here's
my
the
Switch
thing:
either.
at Underground, looks like I'm not going to touch it for another year.
Until Zelda
Yeah, there's
comes out.
nothing really
No,
enticing
I
coming
mean,
out.
not even like, I mean, we get into it. Anything else we want to talk about this direct Creamcast?
I mean, only thing that's really nothing else to really. Only thing I would give, I would get one thing I do want to give Nintendo props on is that Bayonetta, when it first came out a couple years ago, the trailer, I was complaining about the fact that Bayonetta was so clothed, like she was clothed like a K-pop star. With this new one, hey, they got a little risque. She takes her clothes off.
Oh, she went back to the first game.
Not
outfits?
all the way. Not all the way.
No.
No.
But because now they changed the mechanics up. But I did watch a review from IGN who did a preview of the game. They said the game, action-wise, is phenomenal. So I gotta give Nintendo credit on this one thing because of the fact that they acquired Platinum Games. So now this is a Switch exclusive. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think they
I think it did.
They didn't acquire Platinum.
No,
This is-
I think they bought the
But-
rights to Bayonetta.
Bayonetta is theirs. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
theirs. So, even though I hate that it's on the Switch and I have to dust off my Switch because my Switch has literally not been played in probably about 2 years.
Mhm.
No,
Might as
actually,
well.
I played it recently with Ed. We played Super Smash Brothers, but I think that
Oh.
was like
That
damn
was
near
almost a year ago.
Yeah, that was like a year ago.
Yeah,
So-
mine is just, I mean, I'm afraid it's going to catch fire. I'm going to unplug it just out of fear. I like, it should not be like, the light is on and the dust is thick. Let's just say that.
It turned gray.
So
Yeah.
for Bayonetta though, can you still play with one hand?
Actually, you can play with no hands.
Hmm.
Now, you can play with one hand. You have the other hand on another joystick, and
I knew
literally-
this.
and you literally can just mash buttons, and Bayonetta will do whatever she needs to do. It's AI assisted, and you
Mm.
can also assist yourself. So Nintendo knows its fans, and they know that the fans are mostly virgins. So if they're going to play, Bayonetta, they need to have one hand available at all times.
Nintendo knows their fans are that and idiots.
Idiots, yes, they
Let's
do
get
know.
Aren't
to
you
Zelda.
the self
Get to the Zelda portion.
Why are we still watching the
The directs.
Nintendo Directs?
Oh, because
Why?
It's the chaos.
Why are we
there's
doing this?
no, because of how much they like I said, because of
There's
how much they want to
anticipation.
screw over the fans.
How much they hate their fans?
It is Green Tuner. It is an art. I couldn't believe this is a September direct for the holiday season.
Mhm.
Everyone, all of these kids, these idiots are all like, oh my God, this is it. Breath of the Wild is announced how long? Ed Underground. When did they announce Breath of the Wild 2? 2 years now?
Yeah,
it's
and
not-
because of
longer.
COVID, they had to
2
push it back.
Yeah.
No, Breath of the
Oh
Wild.
yes, excuses.
2
Copium.
years,
That's a
2
real
years
thing.
old on a game that is built on existing assets of a previous game. Half the work is done before they even conceive
I'm
of the
sure they
game.
didn't copy and paste. I'm sure they did a lot of groundwork.
You don't think the game is based off Breath of the
It's
Wild?
a
assets?
sequel or prequel. I think
Right,
it's a
but do you
sequel.
think the game is based off Breath of the Wild's assets?
It's
3
not a direct
years.
copy and paste.
3 years.
3 years?
It's
3 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
COVID.
3
COVID affected.
years. In
2019.
COVID times, PlayStation has released Horizon,
God
is
of War.
God of War is on schedule. They did that through COVID. And here's the thing: you don't need to come to the studio to make the game. These people can make it from their home.
Well, you know how
Oh.
different Nintendo is. I mean, Nintendo has the worst online service out of the three. So you know how Nintendo
Ale,
is.
they're not using their developers are not using Nintendo Switch Online to build the game.
Well, I'm just saying, you know how Nintendo as a whole is. They're, I would say, a little bit behind and different from
A little bit?
PlayStation. A little
Dude,
bit.
okay,
Yeah, just a little bit.
When
Just a little bit.
when is it fair to say they're a little bit behind and they're talking about a game that's been 3 years in development that's based on existing assets that should not have taken? It's like we're talking about what was that Link to the Past? No,
Mhm.
Ocarina of Time and what was
Ocarina of Time,
what was the sequel? Ocarina
Majora's
of Time
Mask.
and
Twilight Princess.
Majora's
oh
Mask.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, Majora's
What
Mask.
was the game
Majora's
that they
Mask.
turned into a 3D? that came on
Majora's
the
Moon.
DS?
Majora's Moon is based off the assets of
It's a 3DS game.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
No. It was on the Switch.
Where you go 2D to 3D.
Yeah.
That was on the
Um,
3DS.
That's a 3DS game.
Yeah, it's a 3DS.
That was on the 3DS.
So they were able to port a 3DS game into a Switch way faster.
Oh wait, are you talking about Wind Waker?
Oh no! He's talking
No.
about
The one where you're in a dream and you have to wake up a whale.
oh
That's
yeah.
a 3DS game, I think.
No.
A whale?
Link's Awakening remake.
It was
He's
the
talking about
remake,
Link's
yeah.
Link's
Awakening.
Awakening.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was
Link's
Switch.
Awakening. So they were able to do a 3D game and everything, but
No, that-
not. Yeah.
That was a brand new game from the ground up. They built that game from the ground
Yeah,
up.
that's what I'm saying. They did it much faster than doing
What-
a
But we don't know.
Breath of the Wild.
We don't know how long it actually took because I don't think we ever got a major trailer before then. We might have. I don't remember.
For Link's Awakening.
For Link's Awakening remake.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone. We got it in a reasonable amount of time. But
Right.
the Breath of the Wild sequel. Why would you even like Ed Underground? Tell me
That's
when
me.
you saw the title, what was your reaction? You like the title?
Actually, I do.
You like the title?
What was that? The title's fine. Yeah.
That was fine. Okay. Now, what was your level of excitement when they showed the title?
Like, oh, cool.
1,000.
Yes.
Oh, just cool, huh? You just brushed it off.
Why is
No,
Ed
that's-
acting so
it's cool.
nonchalant?
I know, like fuck off. Anyways,
No, I thought that was cool.
No,
Yeah,
you
you're
didn't- no,
That's my honest answer.
no,
You
no,
didn't
no.
lose
You,
your
you,
shit.
no, you
I'm,
didn't.
I'm glad it's not called Breath of the Wild 2. I mean, there hasn't been a actual
What's the name
title sequel.
What's the name of the new game? By the way,
Tears
Tears
something.
of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the thing is, Ed, let's be realistic. You weren't sitting in your bed watching this. You say this happened early, so I'm assuming you were still in bed. You weren't in bed.
I
just
was
like-
out.
Okay, so you were out. So you didn't do like this. You weren't like, that's cool.
Zelda.
Zelda.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wow.
it's pretty cool.
Mm.
I'm excited
No,
for it. Can't wait to play
No,
it.
you were like, oh my god, oh my Breath of the Wild. You went wild. Just say you went wild for Breath of the Wild too.
I liked it.
You act like you're so not.
I know. This is
Well,
such
do you want me to be disappointed?
incredible.
No, what I'm saying is that what we're saying is that you were more excited than just saying, okay.
You were excited, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
You were excited.
Yeah, I was excited.
My point was you were excited and you were
Yes.
happy
Yeah,
at the point where they showed the title. What
I
was
knew it wasn't coming out this year.
Oh, you knew that. You
Yeah,
think
but
that
with the
needs
way
a
that
solid 5 years to develop? You didn't think 3 years is enough for this game to come out? You think they needed 4 years?
I would have loved it to come out a year ago, but it would be nice. But I
No,
know COVID
it is
has some
reasonable.
things.
It is reasonable for this game to come out a year ago. You would agree.
It would have been nice, but I also don't want a half-baked game. I want the full game. I know Nintendo has been very good at having good quality games.
I
If
don't know
it's-
about that. Their recent releases.
Oh, come on.
No, I have to give it to
Releases have not been great. Look them up.
no,
Look them up.
I have
Last
to give
few
it to Ed.
Nintendo releases.
No, I have to give it to Ed. He actually has a fair point. Their
Nope.
major IPs, they don't miss. They are really
Well,
good.
I mean, look at their last.
but how long
last
ago was it?
Every Zelda has been a banger.
But how long ago? But
every Zelda is a banger.
yeah,
but-
Every
Zelda-
Mario game has been a banger.
Fuck.
From Nintendo. From
Okay.
Nintendo.
yeah. Okay, with their last golf game and tennis game and Strikers.
You
all
know
this-
what I mean.
released
Every not solely
I'm
from
just saying, you're
Nintendo.
saying Nintendo makes a great product, and like I said, I'm a shill for Nintendo too. But you got to admit, they've not been on their game.
They've been held back by COVID, and it shows.
Come on, man.
No.
Come on.
I mean,
man. Come on.
what else is
man.
there?
How do you accept that, but you don't accept that for PlayStation or Xbox? How do we not?
Well,
Bethesda can
Well, hold
launch
up.
their games,
PlayStation and Xbox have had hellbacks too
But no,
because
no,
of
no,
COVID.
no, no.
yeah, but they
Xbox.
had games come out.
But Xbox has been held back since Xbox 360. So,
Xbox is a bad example.
Yeah, it's a
But,
really horrible
like,
example. Duh,
Play wasn't what is it called? Kratos. What's the game called? God of War. Wasn't that like pushed back a few times because of COVID? There's
Yeah,
multiple games that
Yeah,
are pushed.
when
back.
COVID was happening, yeah, they did push it back.
Yeah,
But once that
Nintendo
was
is a
over,
whole
like,
different.
a year, 2 years ago.
Nintendo is a whole different kitten. You know that.
No, man, it's not okay. It's not a.
I'm not saying it's okay. I don't.
No,
like it,
look,
just
this
like
is
everyone else
beyond
typical
ridiculous.
Nintendo fan behavior. They're just going to be
How
oblivious
many-
and
how
just
many-
keep making
How many
excuses. And
Zelda games? No, I'm not saying this is a good direct. I didn't say it was a good direct.
Oh,
I didn't even
well-
mention the direct.
Oh
I
well,
didn't like it.
Did you
I like
expect
a Zelda.
Did you expect it to be a good direct?
I had hopes for it
this should
Why?
this
Why?
so yes,
because
yes.
we
Why
haven't
did you
seen
have
any
hopes for
Nintendo. Why wouldn't I? Should I like be like, oh, I don't have any hopes for the Nintendo Direct?
no, no,
Should I be
yeah,
like that?
based on the
What are
last
your,
couple
like,
of directs.
Here's what I was saying. I'm saying you would have had high hopes for the direct because it felt like they've been holding a lot of information back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
This is the September direct for the holiday season. A lot
Mhm.
of things were like, even I was like, oh, okay, a September direct. This means something. This is important. This is positioned in a certain way. This is them being like, okay, all right, here's what we got. This is
Mhm.
like a big deal. How would you think? What do you think they're thinking? Like,
I would have hopes for it because they haven't done a direct in a while. And if they didn't do a direct, there'd be people who'd be so upset about it.
let me ask you this: Would it be better?
That's a
would this
fair
be
point.
better?
That's a fair
Would-
point.
If they
Yeah,
didn't
but-
do anything at all.
But if
You'll
they
be
didn't
upset.
show Zelda, because okay, let me also say this:
If they didn't show Zelda, people would be upset.
We have complained about that. In the past.
people would have been upset, yes. But do you think what state do you think this game is in?
Zelda itself?
Yeah.
I think it's either done or nearly done. I mean, they're waiting a year, so it's pretty good. They gave a release
Do you
date.
think they'll delay it again?
I would hope not. But if they need
Come on.
to do it, hold on. If they need to do it, I'd
No,
rather
I'm not asking if
on.
they need to do it.
I'd
I'm saying,
rather
what is your
have-
opinion on
I'd
if they
rather
will delay it or
have
not?
a
Oh.
high quality game than a half baked game.
Yeah, great. We all do. But let me ask you: is your belief that it will get delayed again?
I don't know. I
What
don't
is your
know.
opinion, dude? Is all I'm asking.
I don't know. I
Just
don't know.
say you-
I didn't expect it
Yes
to
or
be
no.
3 years.
Alright,
3 years
You're not
in.
gonna get a straight answer from it.
It's
I
Let's
don't
move
know.
on.
Okay,
I
There's no
hope it
straight
won't
answers
get
on
delayed
anything
again.
we've asked them so far.
Well,
That's no straight answers.
We'll say this.
nobody knows, man. I'm just asking, what do you think?
I'm
I
not.
can't say
Your
I
personal
can't
don't know.
give
Nobody
any
knows.
answers.
Your
I
feeling,
can't
your
give any
feelings.
answers.
Okay, it's never mind. Let's continue to push it for it.
Yeah.
This is like this is exercise in critical thinking. All he's asking is, with your opinion, what do you think it is not? It's not oh well I know it's not a definitive thing. It's saying, hey, based on Nintendo's past performance, do you think in your opinion, do you think it will be delayed? It's a simple yes or no.
I would think no, because they already announced it, delayed it previous times, and they
The
didn't
fuck
show
is that?
anything.
There you go. Simple
You
as that.
wanted an answer. I'm giving you an answer. I said
That's
It's
why
no.
he's-
simple. Why do you have to like put a 50 things on it? Yes.
That,
Ed,
but
do
no,
you
he's,
think
he's,
it'll be delayed?
Yes or no?
No,
Do you
I don't
think
think
it'll be delayed or not?
Ed, do you think
Based
it'll
on
be delayed?
all
I can't
this
give you an
fucking
answer.
minute.
No,
Yes or no?
Ed, do you think it'll be delayed?
he,
Yes, I
he
think it's
said no.
delayed.
He said no. He said no. He doesn't think it's gonna be. He said no. He doesn't think it's gonna be delayed. So
No matter what answer I give you, it's gonna be.
No, but what you're saying, you're always like saying that it's not a simple yes or no, it's going to be delayed. You have to put all these stupid fucking caveats on it.
well, I mean that's fair. He
I
should.
wouldn't want it to be delayed.
He,
I wouldn't. I hope it's not delayed, but no, it's either an educated guess.
Did I or did I not give you an answer?
After being exhaustively asked, being
Yes
people having
or no?
dexterity.
Did I or did I not? Give
eventually you did.
Yes.
Mind numbing
It's
no.
making
All right,
Darkseid
then.
choke.
All right then.
he's like Ed doesn't know it, but he's actually a Sith Lord, making him choke with the
He's
Force.
brilliant.
Constant
Brilliant.
contributor Bandito Mac put that on the chan.
Yeah, thank you, Ben.
Ed makes stupidity an art form.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
I-
Okay, so to be fair, Ed did answer the question. He did put caveats. Now that's no difference for any of us putting a caveat. Now, do I think they're going to delay it? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to delay it.
I think they'll delay it.
I don't think they will. I think this is.
I don't know.
Why
okay,
do you
well,
think that? Why do you think you're not? Just go ahead.
Why? Because
I'm trying to pull us a dark side.
A dark
I was
side.
gonna say it wouldn't surprise me if
Do better.
Nintendo pushes back again.
I think if there's only one, if they do delay it, there's going to be two reasons they delay it. Either they're going to try to capitalize more on the summer market at the end of the summer market, or they're going to try to hit for the holiday season. So they'll delay it. They'll delay it till next holiday season. Like
Well, they already did. It's already next holiday
No, I'm
season.
saying no. What? No, because it's 5th. It comes out in May.
Oh, that was
2023.
December. I don't know why I thought it was December.
It's
Oh.
May 23rd or something like that. May 12th, 2023.
Oh, I'm thinking of
So-
another game.
No, so they're coming out. It's coming out in May. I'm assuming. So if they delay it, again, it's gonna be probably for December.
Wow.
If-
Two really educated answers here. Now, guys, ask me the same question.
Dark Side. Do you think it's gonna be delayed?
Well, I would hope not. I don't know.
Good
Darkseid,
answer.
do you think it's gonna be
You
delayed?
see the difference in the answers that were given here?
Do you
That's
think it's
all
gonna
I
be
was
delayed?
asking for. I don't know.
Did I?
hope not.
Did
It's
I?
delayed
Or
twice.
did I? Yes or no? Give you an
Yeah,
answer.
I get that, but what is the current state of it? What do you think will happen? What's your professional opinion?
I
Fuck.
was giving you a detailed answer.
No,
No, you
wait.
weren't.
No, he
Yeah,
said,
it was.
He said at the
Adding
beginning-
caveats.
No, he said at the beginning. Well, I think you're skipping ahead. At the beginning, he asked you several times, and you just kept saying, "I don't know. I don't know."
I don't know.
When I rephrased the question, like, "Hey, this is not a definitive answer. You just gotta give based on
Not asking you to predict the future, man.
Yeah, we're just saying like,
Are you
hey,
not though?
No, I'm asking your opinion,
that,
your professional opinion on what's going to happen,
Which
not
requires me to
actual
predict.
predicts the future.
Which requires me to predict the future.
Well, I think
In a way.
Yeah,
yes,
but
you're-
when no one's like putting a gun to your head. You better be right, man. No one's saying, look, it was just like, what is your professional opinion?
yeah. But
Anyway.
okay, so
What is your
anyways,
opinion? No, go
So
ahead.
yeah, hopefully they don't delay it. I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, like when we really quick, we can give a score on how we thought this direct went. I mean, for me, I was actually because I think we're gonna have different opinions on how the direct
Yeah.
went. I am, like I said, I'm a big Bayonetta fan. I've always been a big Bayonetta fan. I think I've lauded its combat and get its praises 1,000 times. So I think overall it was decent. I really wish Breath of the Wild. It's almost like it's like coming out with It's almost like will be the equivalent of Breath of the Wild taking so long. It's like coming out with a new console and you don't see a Mario game with it for that holiday season. I feel like with the Switch has not had any really big bangers come out on it outside of like games that you can play on other consoles. I'm talking about console exclusives. Has not came out with any really big bangers for a while. And with Breath of the Wild being critically acclaimed, I think Breath of the Wild like pretty much swept the game awards, everything pretty much that year when it came out. It was pretty much a game of the year. I think it had.
Yes.
I think the previous year then was like God of War or something like that, or the
Mhm.
year before that. Like there were some really good games coming out for that year too. And Breath of the Wild was, and it still is, an extremely fun game. I really, really wish that Nintendo would get off their ass and push that game out. But Nintendo does, like I said, they put out bangers. They put out what their main IP games. they do not miss, and they've been very, very good.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. Last 2 years, considering the last 2 years, and at Underground, you're not going to know the answer, so you better just cover your ears.
I might know the answer, but go on.
Based on the last 2 years,
Mhm.
3 years of Nintendo's performance, right?
Mhm.
Is the Switch dead?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the Switch is dead for
It's a
American.
legitimate answer. I mean, if they're pinning all their hopes on one game, the Switch is dead.
I think
They
the
don't
Switch is
have
dead.
anything.
Well,
I
it's
don't think
dead.
the Switch is
A
dead.
bunch of
It's
bloatware.
dead for. Well, I'll take that back. No, I will say the Switch is not dead, but the Switch is hurting. Super Smash Brothers for the past few years have kind of. I'll say the Switch is crippled at the moment, and like it got its hamstrings cut. You know, it got Achilles tendon cut, and it's hobbling along.
Right.
After Super Smash Brothers kind of died out because they didn't put anything else out. Switch, there's really nothing else to play. So either you're playing Super Smash Brothers, Breath of the Wild, and there's always, of course you'll see like on these blogs like IGN, well, you tell me you only play AAA titles, without telling me you play AAA titles.
Yeah.
There are other games out there on the Switch that actually are good for sure. But
Yeah.
the thing is that of course most people like us are going to play majority of the games that we see on the Switch. We're gonna play on another console. We're gonna play on PC. We're gonna play on PlayStation. We're gonna play on Xbox.
But I think we're all Nintendo fans here.
We are,
We're-
yeah, absolutely. But I'm saying Nintendo first party games is absolutely dying for us.
And
Now,
why is
Japan? Japan, I think it's still big. Japan is absolutely huge,
Yeah.
but for the United States, it's kind of. I just think because first party games are just not. They're not good. There's no really first party games out here that I'm excited about for my Switch. If I see a game come out for Switch and I see it come out for a PlayStation and for PC, my
I
first
barely
choice.
think that happens anymore.
Yeah, it barely happens. But I'm
No.
saying I'm gonna go
Yeah.
PC. I'm gonna go PC, then PlayStation, Xbox, then Switch.
And Switch,
And then the problem is that with Switch is that the games that they're getting are games that already came out first on other consoles. Like
Mhm.
Resident Evil. Resident Evil first came out for Resident Evil 8 first came out for Switch, or not Switch, PlayStation, Xbox.
PlayStation, Xbox.
Yeah, and PC
Yeah.
before it came to Switch. So now I'm like, why the fuck would I play the Switch version when I could play the PC version? So that's what I'm
And
saying.
It Takes Two, like they made a big deal out of that. It Takes Two, like it just feels so like they got nothing.
Yeah.
They put a pre-order for It Takes Two, and I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, they're kind of suffering from the same thing that the Wii U is kind of struggling with.
You're
they're-
absolutely right. It is the same
But-
thing that happened to the Wii U.
it's a little bit different though. I mean, right now,
I mean,
like
again, they're in a different position. The Switch
Yeah.
is very successful, but the elements that led to the Wii U's demise was that they didn't have any games. They couldn't produce. It basically fell on Nintendo to keep the Wii U alive because the third-party support was gone. Switch has a better third-party support system,
yeah,
but because of the limitations of the Switch, everything they put on is going to be old or cloud-based now, which is
yeah. But I think the Switch it's definitely been better than the predecessors, the Wii and the Wii U. And I
don't
would
know,
say,
better than the Wii.
well, most games now
Yes.
that are coming out can play on the Switch. It's been known, like Doom. It's
Yeah, but how would you? Is that the ideal way?
no.
It is not the
Is
ideal.
the minimal way to play Doom?
No, it's not Doom. Doom came out on all the systems, I bought it for Xbox. I didn't even think about the Switch, but I think it's a good.
Would you?
Good.
Would you? Let me ask you this: would you even recommend it to your enemy to play Doom?
My enemy to play Doom on the
Yeah,
Switch.
you hate a person. Would you tell him, "Hey, yeah, play Doom on the Switch"? No, you'd have to hate Doom. I mean,
No.
it's none of the ports are any good on the Switch.
No, the port's actually pretty good. I played Doom on the Switch. It was actually pretty decent, but because I want the best that I can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would
Yeah.
you want if you have the best here? Why would you?
But I would say it was enjoyable. I mean, I noticed it was 30 frames per 30 frames per second, but it was actually pretty good. I did have fun playing Doom. I didn't this is trash or whatever. I rented Doom for the Switch and I actually had fun playing it.
Yeah,
But
it's not the ideal way to play that game.
no,
Or
it's not the ideal. But
That's the
for
problem.
those,
And I think a lot of people know that.
yeah, but I know there's people out there who don't have all three consoles, who just have the Switch, And
Sure.
yeah, and they actually have a lot of games that are on other systems. Like I know some people are actually excited for the cloud version. I think it's going to be crap, but some people are excited for it.
No, no,
I know.
that's a fair point, and I think Ed brings a very fair point that out of all the consoles, the Switch is the cheapest, and it's portable. And then you have like PlayStation and Xbox. PlayStations in some areas are still hard to get to this day. Xbox is a little bit more accessible, but can be kind of hard to get, especially for the price tag. I mean, you're telling people to give up $500 as opposed to $200 or $300, depending on if you're getting the OLED version or the regular Switch version. So I kind of look at it like how Ed is saying. I agree with that. Like there is a demographic for it, and I think that's why I think he's completely right in that sense. What I disagree about is, well, actually, I don't actually disagree. I think I actually agree with everything he said. I think the problem is that Nintendo, with their hardware, with the Wii U, and the Wii was actually okay for a brand new system. The Wii U just, like you said, the third party couldn't maintain, like when you had third party control for the damn little mouse pad or little screen pad thing.
Tablet.
Yeah, tablet.
Yeah.
It was cool for Nintendo games,
Mhm.
but just stupid for everybody else.
Yeah.
Now, and then I think, like you said, Darkside, the problem with the Switch is, I guess I'm kind of privileged in this regard because I have a Steam Deck as well. If I had to choose between the Switch and the Steam Deck, I'm choosing the Steam Deck every day, because out of the Steam Deck, I can play all my PC games, well, not all, but a good portion of my PC games. With the Switch, I'm stuck with Mario.
What the?
Yes. Sorry,
Most commoners can't get a Steam.
I'm
Wow.
sorry, I'm flexing on you poor people.
Peons.
Yeah, yeah, definitely you peons.
Course.
Yeah, you poors. So,
Mhm. Untouchables.
I'm up here, you're down here.
He
no.
brushes off the old Steam Deck and he's in public. Let me just whip out the
Here's what about this,
Oh my
$600
god!
the $600 console. I got
Yeah.
I got the high version,
But
but
caviar.
I eat caviar off with my Steam Deck.
Yeah,
actually.
with Steam Deck.
Mm.
Off the Steam Deck.
Yeah, with gold leaf, of course. Actually,
Oh wow.
my Steam Deck is actually outlined in gold.
Only the finest. Only
Yeah,
the finest.
only the finest. Actually, I downloaded some RAM too, so only the finest of RAM. But yeah, the Steam, the Switch suffers from just piss poor. I don't say piss poor. It's just poor graphical comparisons to.
Just call it what it is, man. It's not good.
It's not good. It's not good, and it was cool prior to like the PS5 and prior to the Xbox Series X. Now it's just kind of like. It's
I
like
love the concept of the Switch. It's probably the best
execution.
console. It's the best console.
Yes,
like
best console. Yes,
design and concept.
execution.
Unlike anything
yes.
on the planet.
Yes, it was
They,
fine.
they just out of content for it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
just
there's no
And
content.
it's on Nintendo to provide the content. And we've been in a straight up content drought. I mean, they have
Where's
put
the-
out the stuff, but
Where's the newest Star Fox? Like they could. Where's the new IP for Star Fox? Like
Metroid, hope.
Metroid. Well, they did Metroid Dread, but
Well,
they
where's
can't-
the Prime ports? I mean,
Yeah.
Didn't you want Dread?
huh?
Didn't you want Dread? I think you're the only person that wanted Dread when it was announced.
But, but he really everybody wants Prime. They want
Oh yeah,
Prime 4.
I want Prime.
Prime
I,
4
I don't even want Prime 4.
Four.
Look, I'm saying, okay, Prime 4 is a dream. It was like a hallucination. Nintendo would be like, what Prime 4? We never
Really?
said.
What?
I'd be like, oh yeah, maybe well shit, maybe I made it up. But give me the Prime trilogy, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, how hard is that? I like
It'll be
it's,
perfect with the damn controls. I mean, it's
I
shitty.
don't understand. I know that there's something, but if here's the other problem with Nintendo. They're too like speak up and say, hey, we can't do Prime trilogy. I know you guys have been asking for 10 damn years, but the reason is that it's a game breaking element in it. We've been working on it nonstop. I think that's an answer. Would be like, okay, well, they've been trying to work on it. You know, there's some reason, and some kid will probably in like Germany will probably be like, oh, I did it. Here, I did it. I ported it.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, it's
They'll
funny.
be like, how'd you do it?
Well, the Steam Deck, it just emulates. It's just an emulator.
Yeah.
You pretty much it's a handheld emulator for the most part,
Yeah.
where you can emulate Switch games and so forth. It just what blows my mind is taking Nintendo all this fucking time to do GoldenEye. Like, bro, like GoldenEye should have been one of your top.
No, dude. I honestly, I think GoldenEye was a rights issue. I don't
It,
think.
it most definitely was the rights
Oh, really?
issue. I watched the video about it.
Yeah, there's like the
Um,
rights to the franchise,
they-
there's rights to the music. There's all this. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah,
because I think like the rights holder don't like giving out the rights to past characters, only to current ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
So
Hmm.
it was a nightmare for them to work with rights holders.
Okay, then that makes sense then. Well,
Mhm.
I take it back. All right, really quick.
Forgiven.
Yeah, all's forgiven. All right, really
Mhm.
quick. What do we rate this direct? I'll go first. I'll rate this direct a 5. It was average, nothing special about it. I mean, I did like Bayonetta, and I did like that we did get a new trailer for Tears of the Kingdom. But and Pikmin
Mhm.
Pikmin.
4
Mhm.
Pikmin 4, that which was cool. But I mean, after
I'm not
that,
gonna play it.
I might play it, but the problem is that I didn't care about. I'm tired of seeing Fire Emblem. Like every direct is either Xenoblades or fucking
Fire Emblem. Oh,
like,
Jesus.
Jesus Christ! Like fucking hell! Like get rid of this shit. Like I'm tired of it. Like kill this fucking franchise at this point. Like I know it's a popular franchise over in Japan, but jeez, man, like not every direct has to have a new Fire.
Who's running?
Yeah,
who's
just
the
give us
studio-
something.
Who's the studio? Whichever studio they have making Fire Emblem and Xenoblade games, take those people and make other games because
Yeah.
those people can produce games.
Like make a new Star Fox.
A
Make
new IP.
Make,
No.
no,
just use the existing.
nobody wants new Nintendo IPs.
No, nobody wants that.
They suck at new IPs.
Give us a new.
Who sucks new
Mario.
IPs? Nintendo.
Nintendo,
Yeah.
Nintendo
New
sucks
IPs,
at new
yeah.
IPs.
Yeah.
See,
What's a
my result.
what's a good IP that came out last?
From Nintendo, I can't think of one.
Whatchamacallit, Squirtle? Not Squirtle. What's that shit called?
Splatoon?
Oh, Splatoon.
Splatoon.
No,
oh
I
yeah,
consider
that's
it
successful.
to be
That's
garbage.
successful.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Like I'm saying,
Well, so I'm not a Splatoon person. Like I played it once. It's whatever.
no joke. Through this whole direct, I was holding down the forward like key.
I
I was
did.
tapping it the whole
did.
thing. I swear to God. And then when they got to the Splatoon part, I nearly broke my keyboard.
Yeah.
Tapping it that hard. I was like, again with the Splatoon. With Splatoon,
People like it.
you played Fire Emblem, Pokemon. Like I mean, yes, Pokemon's a big deal when it happens, but those three, I mean,
Oh. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
For our audio
People like it.
listeners,
I was
Uh,
excited for. Oh, wait, go ahead. Go
that's
ahead.
right. For our audio listeners, Darkseid just flipped off. He listed everything off in his fingers and then flipped off Nintendo.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
I think Nintendo's probably going to fire him from being an insider.
From the
That's
corporate meetings.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
that's Nintendo standard operating
Oh, to the fans, got it.
all the
Oh,
time.
All right, hey, you're about to say something, and let's get some scores in.
oh, I was gonna say. Crap. Something.
Okay,
Something.
anyways.
Pikmin.
Ed, what's your score?
My score.
Yeah,
Correct.
Quick.
So, I would have to give it. I'll give it a 7.
Jesus, what the fuck?
Great score. Great score.
Disappointed,
So I-
but gave it a
Above
7.
average, good. It's
I gave. Well, you know why I gave it a 7. Zelda. I did like the Zelda trailer.
What?
What?
The
what-
trailer
what?
for next year?
Yeah, I did like it.
You saw a trailer for 1 minute trailer and it's a 7. You just
I-
said earlier
I
you didn't
am-
like it.
It's
I
his first
Zelda-
time seeing it.
I said I didn't like the
He's
direct.
a stan. He's a Nintendo stan.
Yeah, but if you don't like the direct, this is for the direct, not.
I
for
like the
Zelda.
trailer.
So that bumped
The
it up
trailer
to a
upped
7?
it up.
I'll be
Yes.
honest with you, the trailer sucked.
That was fine.
The trailer
Hmm.
sucked.
I couldn't see a single thing in there that was like, oh wow, that's cool and new.
Yeah.
It
If
looked
there's anything I have this nostalgia for, it is Zelda. Out of any IP, movie,
Yeah,
TV
that's
show,
great,
it
but-
is Zelda.
okay, nostalgia wise, that's fine. But as a trailer for a new game, it
I'm
was
excited for
They
it.
did the
It was
same thing.
bad.
They did the same thing as they did in Skyward Sword, where Link runs off jumps off. It's the same thing. So you didn't see
Yeah.
anything new. You just saw, you
all
saw
right.
some.
Also,
mechanics.
yeah, that can we bring that up? This literally looks like they're recycling Breath of the Wild and Skyward Sword. They're like literally redoing. Like, didn't they re-release Skyward Sword on the
HD. Yeah.
Switch
on the Switch.
recently?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Is it-
think you can
Do
go on
find
the
it
ground
odd-
too.
Do you find it odd that this game is so similar to Skyward Sword?
I think you can go on the ground too. I'm not sure, but sure.
I mean,
I mean-
I think the engineering of the game of Breath of the Wild, they already had it built. They re-released Skyward Sword and they rebuilt some of that game. it seems like they were just like, oh, we got this, we got this.
Well, to be fair, as part of the Zelda history, this might be a successor to Skyward Sword.
That's what I was thinking too.
It could be. It can because I'm thinking that
In the
either-
chronology,
Yeah, so this might
Okay.
be because you know there's like 3 different timelines.
but isn't
So
Skyward Sword supposed to be the first game in the chronology?
I believe so.
I'm not sure. I
Okay,
have to watch. I have to watch it again.
okay, I'm smarter than all of you.
You are the true Nintendo stan for sure. But okay, so Ed, you gave it a 7. That's unbelievable. Dark Side, what did you give it?
NA.
Okay,
Not-
so
I cannot assign this. I cannot reasonably assign this.
You can't give us an
You have
answer.
to.
you can't
No,
give
give
us
us
an
an
answer. No,
answer.
you
Have
have
to.
to.
It's not
Can't
even
give us an answer.
worth,
No.
You have
Give
to
us
give
an
us an
answer.
not worth rating.
Why can't
Not
you
worth
answer
it.
a
You have
simple question?
Yes.
Answer a simple question. Like this is
Gotta
not
do it.
You don't have to give up. Is this not going to go into Nintendo's fan book and they're gonna be like, oh my god, Darkseid said this is a 8. This
NA,
is-
yeah, it would go down as NA in a like.
So 0.
No, it's not a zero.
Just say
It's
zero.
Then what is it? If you know it's
NA.
not a 0, then what is it?
NA,
No,
like,
you know it's not a 0.
Imagine,
So what is it?
imagine this. Imagine this. There's a team. There's a sports team. They went out to play. Their lead players all got in a car accident. A lightning struck the studio. There's a fire at the stadium. And like, what would you give the team's performance? NA, man. There were circumstances. In this case, extreme stupidity.
But the problem is that they actually did play. Nintendo did play. They put
Yeah.
they put the trailers out there. So
Yeah.
your analogy doesn't work. You have to.
It
give this
doesn't.
a-
All right,
It's
all right.
invalid.
All right. So, I mean, you want me to give it a score?
Give it a score.
Yes.
You're doing the
Okay, I'll give. I mean, nothing was good in the trailer or the direct. Not a single thing was good. Pikmin is a good franchise. 4.
You give it a 4. Okay.
Give it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 5, 4, and a 7. All right, Green Tuner, you didn't see it, so
I'll give it a 10.
nice.
Mm.
What is
Mhm.
that? So on average, where we have a 4, 5, a 9,
And a
4,
wild
5,
10
10.
to throw off the curve.
Oh, yeah, 4,
Mhm.
5. So that's 19 plus 7. So we have what?
Hey,
26.
I'll bring it down to a
Now,
2.
hold on.
I'll bring
hold
it
on.
down to a 2
So-
to bounce the curve.
So I give it a 7. I don't like the direct, but I
What
can
do you think we're
tell.
rating?
That's what you were rating
Hold
the
on,
direct,
here.
Hold on,
not
hold on.
Zelda.
Hold on,
Let-
hold on,
let him
hold on,
finish,
hold
let him
on,
finish.
hold on. A lot of the stuff they did show was good, but I'm not a fan of really any of it. Bayonetta, yeah. Everything else, not really. But I can tell that there are a lot of people out there who love those things that were presented. I don't think it was good, but I
What
can
do
tell.
you give the direct? Is
I
the
already
question.
gave it a 7.
He gave it
I
a
gave
seven.
my
So that-
answer
that
before
was a
you
7,
did.
which is very good.
It's good.
It's very
Yes,
good. So you like?
So why
the whole
did you say
direct,
that
which
you
is
weren't
great.
a fan of the direct?
Fuck.
because there are a lot of things
Again,
on there that I wasn't a
caveats.
fan of. I'm not a
Okay,
fan
so
of
at the end of the day, okay. So
a lot of the games on there.
So right now, I think we have average score of 20, a total score of 26. Divide that by 4. Let's say what 6.5. So it was good. It was better than average. So cool. Like we'll leave it at that. It was cool.
Okay.
All right. Really quick because we're pushing on 2 hours now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, damn.
Yeah. So last thing, try and kind of touch on.
Mhm.
We'll skip Ubisoft, but we'll talk about the actual big contender of the directs for that day. Obviously, Sony was like, "Hey, we got big balls here. We kind of want to show our big balls over in Nintendo and kind of teabag them." So Sony came out and pretty much won the.
Did it come out afterwards or
It came out afterwards. A couple hours
Oh,
afterwards.
okay.
It came like 4 or 5 Eastern time.
Mhm. Short but sweet.
Short but sweet, and with one trailer that kind of won the direct war for that day.
I mean, before you get to the one trailer, they had they started with Tekken 8.
Yeah, Tekken 8 started with Tekken 8. That shit looked
They
beautiful.
started with Tekken 8.
People thought it was like this is just a CG like film, but that was actually apparently that was actually gameplay. So
Started with Tekken 8, announced 2 new IPs,
piece. Yep.
and ended with a AAA
Title.
title that will come out this year.
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
mean, and they
After
did
it was
all of this.
delayed.
They did all of this in 15 minutes. Was it 15 minutes?
it was short. Yeah, it was like
It was
15 minutes,
short,
Yeah.
but they did all this in and out. Boom, boom, boom. See you later. See you in the holidays. Bye. They have no time to give us the It Takes Two trailer or anything else. They have no
Oh, don't
time
do
for
that.
the fluff.
Don't
They
do
were
that.
like, here's the bangers. We'll see you later. All this other shit, it'll be there too. Bye.
Wow.
That was it.
Don't do that. Why'd you do that?
Do a
No, I'm talking Dark Side. Why'd you do that? You know, just embarrassing Nintendo like that. I'm not gonna lie. Like Sony, that's how a direct should be. It should be fast to the point. It came out with some new IPs, but they put out two bangers at the beginning and the end. Now I do have did not like the Sony. I did not like
Stars?
the Sony Stars. I thought was stupid.
Stupid.
But whatever.
I agree.
Sony is always lagging behind. Like
And the social.
their social and even their online network, not online, but their online like Game Pass thing, they're always lagging behind
Mhm.
Microsoft, which is so like just copy what they do. If you copy what they do, you might be pretty successful. I would be very hard pressed to think that Sony could not be successful if they just copied the Game Pass model to an extent. But I know like Game Pass, like what Microsoft has, they have money, so they can just throw money anywhere and just bring people in. While Sony can't necessarily afford to do that, but I mean,
Sony has to try with good products and good games, and
right? We talked about this. We said Sony
they have to do it the hard way.
they do the hard way. Sony.
Or-
We talked about it. We were willing to buy full price games with Sony because we know Sony will put out really good games for their console. Xbox, we can't. You can give it to us for
Xbox can't
free.
even launch a Halo without some fucking game-breaking disaster.
Well, I was gonna say
Game not launching.
yes. I was gonna say they literally cannot produce their one flagship game, and you can't even give it to people for free. And now the numbers are dropping. And that's just the truth. But the one thing I didn't like about the Sony direct was they showed too much of the God of War. I liked the trailer, but man, it scares me when they show so much because then I'm like, fuck, when I play the game, like how much. Now, granted, I played the shit out of God of War when it came out. I played that game. I didn't like 100%, get platinum trophy or 100% completed, but I don't want to get my game spoiled too much. And I
Yeah.
thought the old trailer, the last trailer they did before this one, the major trailer, I was like, this is kind of cool.
I don't think they spoiled any like gameplay, like story element, but they spoiled imagery. And this
Yeah.
God of War is a game
Yeah.
about like amazing imagery. And
Absolutely.
I could have gone like right to the release day without seeing that giant wolf or any of that cool stuff that I was like, all right, this is going to be amazing to play when we
Mhm.
finally get to it, or this like sled battle sequence that'll be probably awesome when we finally get to play it. But yeah, I agree with you. It was a trailer that didn't need to be shown because I think everyone's in on it.
Yeah. And that's what it really upset me on that. It's just like, damn, like it seems like they show too much, but I mean, we won't know until we actually get in the imagery, like fighting the wolves. I mean, I think it's Fingir, and there's another one I can't even pronounce the names all correctly, but I'm looking forward to it for sure.
fighting
And
Thor.
fighting Thor. Well, we already knew that we saw Thor in the first God of War at the very end. You saw
Mhm.
Thor. You didn't see what he looked like, but they've already spoiled what Thor looks like. So you already knew you were fighting Thor. It doesn't. I don't know if they show Odin in it. There's some people they did have hidden that you couldn't see exactly who they are. So there's definitely some cool things in there. A lot of stuff we already knew what was going to happen, like him fighting Freya because she killed Balder, stuff like that. I mean, that's stuff that's already known, but that's the only thing I actually didn't like about the direct. Other than that, I thought the direct was pretty
What
good.
did you think about the two new IPs they showed? Sin Duality from Team Ninja and Stellar Blade. I think both of those trailers looked really good.
They're
Wasn't it
cool.
Ronin?
Ronin? They showed
Uh,
Ronin? Or the Age of Ronin?
Oh yeah. Sorry, there's three. Then there's three new IPs there now. We have Rise of the Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
That's from Team Ninja. Sorry.
Yep.
Rise of the Ronin, Stellar Blade,
Sin Duality.
Sin Duality were three new IPs, three
Yep.
new AAA IPs, which is pretty damn awesome. And they
Yeah.
all looked good.
Yeah, they all look pretty good.
Yeah, I
I
didn't think any of them looked bad.
No, they don't look bad. I definitely want to give them a try. I'm still in my mind. I still want Sony to put out Tenchu. I was hoping that all these damn samurai and ninja shit that they will put out Tenchu.
Tenchu was gonna come back.
Yeah, I really hoping. I'm like Ed talking about KI. I was like, all these fucking places taking part in Japan and so forth. I'm like, Tenchu. But
All right, all
Or
right.
Shinobi.
yeah, like
What-
Shinobi.
what-
Yeah, Shinobi. I love that.
I know we were running late, but can we really give a score on this, and then I do want to talk about Ubisoft.
You want
Really,
to talk about okay. For
Okay.
this, I would give this one, and I would say probably a 7. I'll say no. I'll give it an 8. It was
Yeah.
really good.
I would also give it an
Mm.
8 because, like I said, short, sweet.
Yeah.
They showed you a great game that's coming out this year. They started with a genuine, never before seen AAA reveal,
Mm-hmm.
and they brought in 3 new IPs. That's how you do it, in and out.
Yeah.
Ed,
You did the same
what would
about
you
the
give it?
direct. You gave it a 7. Think about it.
I would give this a 7.
This one is 10. All right.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
actually.
I didn't
interested
watch
in-
it, and I'll give it a 10.
Let him finish. Go ahead. Hey, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
I'm actually interested in playing Tekken 8. I'm not even a big Tekken fan, so
No, that Tekken did look clean. I did like that. a lot.
Yeah, that
I
was
don't, is it
badass.
exclusive though? I don't think it's exclusive, is
I don't
it?
think it's
No, it's
exclusive.
not exclusive.
Okay,
All
well,
right. So Bandito Max says Sekiro was originally going to be Tenchu.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Like Sekiro is one of my favorite games as well. You know, I love a lot everything from Software. So, yeah, that'd be badass. That is kind of the Tenchu fix for the most part. I could.
Yeah,
agree with
Tenchu
that.
was a fucking pain in the ass to play.
Yeah, Bandito
All of
Mac-
them were, even obviously Ninja Gaiden, but even Shinobi
Shinobi.
was a nightmare to play.
Shinobi was a nightmare. It was pretty fun. Yeah, I remember back in the day when we were kids, Bandito Mac had Tenchu, and it was such a badass game.
Mhm.
And even I've watched clips of it on YouTube, like people doing like let's plays, and it still looks amazing to me. So, well, we can always be hopeful, fingers crossed. All right. Anywho, Dark Side, what do you give this?
Dark Side, yeah.
Yeah, what do you give this? Sony Direct.
I think 8.
Oh,
Oh, you said 8.
But you
did
wanted
say
to talk about Ubisoft.
Yep.
Oh, right, Ubisoft Forward. So this was another, this was Ubisoft's big showcase of what's coming for them, and it was based on a lot of Assassin's Creed. And I don't know if you guys remember Assassin's Creed. Earlier on, the first few games in the franchise, they had a habit of coming out with a new one every year, like Call of Duty,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and they got a lot of hate for it, and they
it's a
eventually,
Madden.
The quality was dropping. I think that's what
quality was
people were
dropping.
getting
The games
annoyed.
were getting buggier. So they
Yeah.
said, all right, we're going to stop. We're going to refocus on the end. They came out with Origin.
Black Flag was the first one, right? That kind of relaunched like quality gameplay.
No, it was Origins.
Origins was the first one?
Yeah.
No, Origins was the.
Origins was the relaunch that they kind of refocused them on, focusing on
It was
one-
Origins.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
Origins.
even came out on the Wii U.
Origins.
All right. Anyway,
Valhalla.
back to what Dark Side was saying.
Yeah. So they went back to the model of like taking their time with the games, treating them like they should. And the games have been good. I have not played much of the new Assassin's Creed games, but everyone seems to like them. They're a little more RPG elements. My problem with this direct, so they announced a lot of Ubisoft games, but they announced Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is the next major game.
Mhm.
Hold
Right.
on.
Yeah, go ahead.
They announced just one,
Mhm.
not just two, not just three, not 4, 5
Okay.
Assassin's Creed games.
There, that's 5 Assassin's Creed games, but they're on different
Whoa.
platforms, and they're like there's a mobile game and there's all this other stuff. But my
Shit.
main issue was they announced a major AAA, the next Assassin's Creed game, right?
Mhm.
Called Mirage. It comes out. Is it this year, or is it next year?
Oh crap! I forgot.
I don't know,
um,
but it's their big AAA game. A lot of people worked hard on it, right? Mirage. So it
Mhm.
comes
Hopefully.
out. It's based in it's like a throwback to the original game. It's based in Crusader times, and it's in Baghdad. Cool, great.
Yeah.
Now here's the problem that I had. They also one last thinged us with Assassin's Creed Codename Red, which is the Assassin's Creed game everyone's wanted since the dawn of time. It's feudal Japan, and you're a ninja.
What the shit?
Yeah, it's
The game I always wanted.
It's the game everyone has always wanted since the beginning of time when Assassin's
Wow.
Creed first was introduced. So how pissed are you if you're part of the Mirage team and you're like, hey man, they announced Mirage, and in the same
Direct.
presentation, whatever, they tease a bigger, more anticipated game. How much of a fuck you is that to this team that built Mirage? And Mirage is their next AAA like entry, built like people put hard work into it. They're, they treated it like the big deal. You know what I mean? So they announced it. It was great. And then they were like, oh yeah, fuck you. Here's Assassin's Creed Red. What's the takeaway? I'm looking at like the IGN cover.
Yeah, like after that, I'm like thinking, what's
like,
Mirage? I never heard of Mirage before.
Reference to Mirage? No. Like Mirage looks cool as hell, but like, I mean, are you kidding me? Like, I mean, everyone's
like, I'll skip Mirage now. Wait for
this game, this codename Red. It doesn't even have a title yet. It's years out.
Wow.
And it was like a 10-second trailer.
Huh?
It was like a 10-second trailer.
It was
too,
a beautiful, like a conceptual trailer. It is everything we want. Like, oh, it's beautiful. But why would you cuck yourself?
Well, Bandito Max says in the
fuck would you do that?
Well, Bandito Max says in the chat, he's like, yeah, they announced a pregnancy at a wedding. Like,
yeah.
Everyone's just like, give me a red.
That's really good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is like, I've seen it before where people be like, hey, I'm having a wedding, and you're in the middle of a wedding and someone else gets proposed to at your wedding. You're just like, what the
that's the worst.
Like, what the actual shit? Like,
yeah. And they planned it all. It made no sense. I couldn't believe it.
Now I need to watch
great announcements, but like,
yeah, now I need to watch it too.
They also announced China, Assassin's Creed Jaded or something like that. Yeah, like I was excited for that. But then they announced Code Red, wow.
An open world. That's they're doing a lot of like side stuff, which is fine. But they have their main flagship game. They made it very clear it's Mirage, and then one last thing does. And I was, what? Why would you do that? How pissed are you if you're the director?
Cut off your own arm.
Can we talk about really quick about the Assassin's Creed? I haven't played Valhalla. I haven't played Black Flag.
You haven't played Black Flag?
No, I haven't played Black Flag.
Black Flag.
I want to. I eventually will.
They showed the pirate game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for that pirate game.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like
Bones, I think.
Like what I don't understand is I haven't played the last few big games, so that's on me. But I kind of curious: are they keeping up with the Assassin's Creed storyline from the original game still?
I doubt it. They are.
Yeah, because like that storyline is really
with the
cool.
Animus.
Yeah, Animus. Like
it's still in the Animus.
Yeah, that's such a cool concept.
Yeah.
Like when I first realized that the whole Animus thing was a thing in the story, I'm like, yo, that is so badass. Like learning from your ancestors' DNA, pretty much.
The first time you played that in the first game, where you jumped back to Desmond, is a cool like, and when he starts to move like an assassin.
Yeah.
It was cool to be like, oh, like the possibilities of this franchise exploded.
Exactly. Like that's what I'm really excited for. But then at the same time, I'm just like, do I need to play all these Assassin's Creed games? Like, when are we going to get to the point? Because it kind of feels like a Call of Duty type of series where you don't need to play any of the other Call of Duties. Like if you play Call of Duty Black Ops, you don't need to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare. If you play Modern Warfare, you don't need to play Warzone to understand the storyline.
I think the running story is gone. The main like thread with Desmond that they were going towards, I think that's finished. And now it's more like
here you go, explore. Forget story.
Explores there, but the Animus, like there's a story being told.
Right.
There's a story being told, but like, you know how it felt like we were going towards something with the first 3 or 4 games.
Right.
It was building up to something. I don't think that's there anymore. I think it's just like a world is being elaborated on.
It kind of reminds me of like this and with this game, it kind of reminds me like kind of the story of how they're doing both is between this. And I don't know if you guys played The Evil Within. Like Evil Within, it deals with the same type of technology, kind of like you're in a dream world and you can be, you're pretty much like in a virtual reality world and blah, 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 this and the other. Like, it's just that only difference is I feel like The Evil Within does a better storyline than this. But this game Assassin's Creed has had so many entries into the series. Like I just kind of at a point I'm like, damn, like do I have to play all 30 games to figure out what the fuck is going on at this point? Like that's what's kind of annoying to me. You
I
have
hope
to
not.
you have to be so many games into the series. But if you're saying they got rid of or
No,
they're
I don't think you need. No, I don't think you need to be into the current like shadow story. You can
right,
just enjoy the game for what it is, and I
Hmm.
think they're aware of how complicated it's become. So I think they're leaning away from that shadow story,
right.
and it's more like Easter egg in its nature.
Okay, that's cool.
So,
Okay.
but
But
anyway,
but thanks.
Ubisoft, beautiful presentation. I gotta say, they really are cooking out a lot of games. They all look good, but what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't even care about Mirage right now. Like, give
I
me
mean, I'm
Code
down
Red.
for Mirage. Mirage is like I want Mirage because it goes back to the Crusader time that I liked, where you play as an actual assassin
Mhm.
fighting
Yeah.
Templars. So I'm down for that. And like on a next gen platform, that would be amazing. And they had me at that. I was in. I was like, oh, I'm getting back into Assassin's Creed. Cool. And then they did the thing with the Japan game, which I'm like, yes, I'm in for that too.
Mhm.
But why would you do that?
Yeah, like yeah,
China,
It
the China
immediately
game.
took the thing out of Mirage. And I mean, I'm pissed. I can't imagine how the dev team for Mirage or the director or I don't like it's a decision that makes no sense.
No, they definitely cucked themselves. But hey,
Yeah.
you know what? It's a dog eat dog world out there, and
Mhm.
For themselves, though. I
yeah, for
mean,
themselves. It sucks for them,
Only
but it's
I
good
can
for
think
us.
of was, and it's true, that this was designed to for like the investors.
Hmm.
This is like a financial
Uh,
thing where they could be like, okay, and then it generates a lot of buzz and interest, and so I think there was just there's clearly some thinking behind it. It just didn't make any sense to me.
well, coming off of the success of Valhalla and so forth, with the different type of gameplay with the whole Viking combat, which people said was actually a lot of fun, I think that gives a lot of people hope, especially for us new for players of the Assassin's Creed series, being able to see that feudal Japan type of gameplay. And seeing how they've done well with other styles of gameplay, like I said, from Valhalla now to this, there's a lot of hype, and I can see there being a lot of hope for it. So
But do you think they're too late to the game?
no,
no.
I don't think so. It's been done so much. Sekiro, what's the one for PlayStation?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost
Yeah.
of
Neo.
Tsushima.
Oh.
And then like
What the hell did you say, Grito?
Neo, or what's the name?
Oh,
Neo.
Neo, whatever. Nio.
Neo.
Nio.
Yeah,
Nio.
Oh,
yeah.
that game.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're talking about.
But like I mean, like when everyone was screaming over like, oh, Assassin's Creed and feudal Japan, when we all wanted that to happen, like it's happened. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we've gotten pretty close to that. And yeah, I mean, this will be their take when they do it, but like they should have done this way
They
longer.
should have. My dream Assassin's Creed game is actually neon cyberpunk type Tokyo as a ninja. Would that happen? I don't know. Probably
As
not.
Assassin's everything is in the past, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it'll ever happen, but that's my dream Assassin's Creed game.
Why don't you just stick with Cyberpunk and
No.
play with that crappy frame rate and everything else, and be happy with that.
Frame is good on the X. On the X is good.
Oh, okay, it only took 2 years for that to happen. All right. Dark Side and Ed Underground. What would you guys rate that? Ubisoft.
Ubisoft?
Yeah, direct.
I thought it was a really good direct. It's just I didn't understand what they were doing, so I would give them an 8.5. I think it was really probably the best Ubisoft presentation I've seen in a long time. A lot of good games, wall to wall good games. The Pirate one, the Rabbids, Mario one, fucking I don't play it, but Just Dance looked good. The Assassin's Creeds, like they went nuts. I mean, like so when you talk about content, we're comparing this to the garbage heap that is Nintendo, where they had nothing and they just shoveled out shit and we're like, hey, check it out, and this is coming out next year.
Right.
Mhm.
Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft was more like, look at all the shit we've been working on, and here's stuff you don't need to see, but here, all this shit. So overload. We had like overload with Ubisoft. So I would say 8.5, just very, very good presentation.
Okay, and Underground. What would you give it? 'Cause you did watch it, right?
I did watch it.
Okay.
I would have to give it a 7.
Sevens across the board. I mean, Ed is
7.
Yeah.
Ed is
Some would say
consistent.
he's, repetitive. Others
And
would say it's consistent.
I would
No.
say unimaginative.
I would
Not
say
imaginative.
repetitive.
Yeah.
I would have gave it a 6 if it wasn't for Code Red.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't take points away for this, for showing something great. I wouldn't take points away.
Well, isn't that the whole point though?
No, the point. No, like the presentation was great.
Presentation
last
keyword.
One last thing was amazing.
Keyword.
Yeah.
Keyword. Presentation.
Was amazing.
If one thing was taken out, the score would possibly be lower. If one thing was added in, the score would possibly be higher. Depends on the content, what kind of content it is.
So
and boom.
you took points away for the best game.
I gave it points.
No, he gave it-
because
You gave it points. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, never mind. Green Tuner, I know you didn't watch it, but I do want your score.
10.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's consistent too. He doesn't watch it, but he would give it a 10.
Watch it, but he loves it.
Yeah,
I love it.
he's the greatest director ever. Yeah, so all right, we got our scores. Yeah, I actually am going to look. I didn't realize they had Ubisoft.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it now.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. So I'm gonna watch it.
I would just watch the clips of the trailers. You
The
know,
Yeah, I'm just watching the
highlights,
trailers.
yeah,
Yeah,
the highlights. Just check them out. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
Cool. All right. Unless we have anything else to add. I mean, we went pretty
Yeah, we
long at
went
this.
Went hard.
deep.
Well, actually, you guys went pretty long the other day too, like 2 weeks ago. So hey. it
Oh,
is what it
okay.
is. Like you guys went almost 3 hours that one.
Damn.
That was y'all
I mean,
arguing.
you didn't talk about Steel. I mean, that was
Yeah, Steel.
Oh yeah, Steel.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful movie. Definitely a cult classic, and definitely
Mm.
probably one of the most greatest films of all time.
Mhm.
So
Kiss my ass, Kobe.
that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That's actually
That was
really
pretty good.
Yeah, it takes
All right,
notes.
sweet cheeks.
Wait, I
Check us
can't do the
out.
voice. I was gonna do the voice.
Yeah,
Can't
you
do the
can't, you
voice.
can't do it.
Oh, don't do any voices. Just take us out, please.
Take us out.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Oh, and his camera died. Wow.
No,
he
my camera
froze.
didn't die. Someone's calling
All
me.
right.
Okay. Okay. Well, resolve that.
Can't resolve it. It's gotta wait till there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. All
Yeah.
right.
All right. Hopefully they've been calling back, but all right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 57 of the Blurred Podcast. As always, you can find us on all major platforms and talk to us live on twitch.tv/the Blurred Podcast. And until next time, have a good one. Catch you later.
Yeah.
Baby.
Later.
Blur you later.
That was my intro from the Ed Underground.
Okay.
Ah, shut up.
Shut up.